Hello!
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Wulff Den Live, episode 178, the real episode 178, where we all go on Twitter right now. Everybody watching this, go on Twitter right now and tweet at Microsoft to release the June games with gold. Because Sony has released their PS Plus games, and June starts on Saturday.
Yeah, what the hell?
So,
They're late.
yeah.
They're not done yet. They're not done with them.
Well, usually they would announce it a week before, and, it's the week of.
So is Microsoft usually first?
Microsoft's usually first. Microsoft is usually a week before Sony.
And Nintendo's middle of the month.
And Nintendo is whenever
assholes.
they want, because they're Nintendo. But yeah, we have the PS Plus games already. There's two of them. But we got nothing for Microsoft.
Well, anyway, hello, Espionage, Area 51. Hello, Aiden Kelly. Hello, Homie Robot Girl, who says hello from New York. Hello, Bat Mabel. Hello, Ernie Rubin. Hello, everybody.
Hello, anyone and everyone who is here. I'm dead serious. Go on Twitter right now. Tweet at Microsoft. Tweet at the Xbox account. Tweet at Major Nelson. And just say, hey, where are the June games with gold?
I'm really excited.
Don't tell them we sent you.
I'm using the Elgato Stream Deck for the phone, so I could do everything from here, because my computer is about, would you say, 15 feet away over there?
Give or take.
So I can go like boop, and like change the scenes and stuff. But I thought I could refresh the chat from here, but apparently I can't.
Weak.
So that's not happening. But anyway, we got a lot to talk about. Like, for example, the PlayStation Plus stuff, apparently.
Yeah, it was just two games.
All right, well, what are the two games? The chat refreshed.
Borderlands, the Handsome Collection, and Sonic Mania.
Ooh!
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, that is a very good game in Borderlands, the Handsome Collection.
What comes in the Handsome Collection?
Borderlands 2 and the pre-sequel. And all the DLC.
Borderlands 2 and the pre-sequel.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, if you're into
you
that.
don't like Borderlands because you're an idiot. But that's awesome. We have Borderlands 2, right? Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we have that, but we don't have like any of the DLC, and we don't have the pre-sequel.
Oh, this is PlayStation.
Yeah.
But I can play it on PS4.
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah, and even better, Sonic Mania.
Yes. I actually think Sonic Mania is a bigger deal.
Yeah, no, it's very cool. And I've always tempted to, because I've never played Sonic Mania on like a television. I keep playing it on the Switch portably.
I accidentally pressed the scene on my phone.
This could be a problem.
I gotta lock my screen.
Yeah.
You never played it on like docked on the Switch?
No. I've always played it portably. I mean, it doesn't hamper the game anyway in any fashion, but
well, now you can get it.
It would be cool to play it on a 65-inch 4K TV.
You know what? I'm gonna freaking download it even though I have it already.
Yeah.
Same thing with Borderlands. Those are just good things to have. Yeah. Lunatic Jin in the chat for some reason said, "Could you beat Pro Jared in a fist fight?" Of course.
Yeah.
I think I could handle myself pretty well against most other YouTubers.
I don't threaten YouTubers very often, if at all. But yeah, I can take Pro Jared in a fight.
Listen, if we're talking about like an MMA fight, might have a problem with a lot of YouTubers.
Yeah.
But
most of them.
If we're talking about like a street fight,
yeah,
I'm pretty scrappy.
Yeah.
Everything's a weapon.
Like an old school hardcore match.
I think I can handle myself.
Absolutely.
So that's an open call to any other YouTubers.
Yeah.
If you want to, have a not a boxing match, a street fight.
Yeah.
Anyway, speaking of street fights, well, now we can sleep with Pokemon. All right, so
explain this to me.
All right, so there was a Pokemon press conference last night. Not a direct.
A press conference.
Next week, we're going to get more information on Pokemon Sword and Shield.
Okay.
This week, we can got some ghoul about Pokemon Sword and Shield. Mm-hmm. We're only talking about some new stuff that they have in the pipeline. And this is from the Pokemon.com website. They said big Pokemon news from Tokyo. New mobile game experiences, a new Detective Pikachu on the Nintendo Switch, and more were announced at the Pokemon 2019 press conference. Mm-hmm. The Pokemon Company held a press conference to announce lots of exciting projects for Pokemon fans around the world. Take a look at what was revealed in case you missed it. You can watch the entire press conference at the top of this page.
Well, you don't have to watch it because you got us. For some reason, just telling you about it.
It's only on Twitch. They only did it on Twitch.
It's
not even on their YouTube channel.
That is weird. All right.
And some of the trailers and stuff they showed, they didn't even put on their YouTube channel. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Well, they're a weird company.
But anyway, the first thing that they talked about actually isn't on here. The first thing that they talked about was they came out and they said Detective Pikachu, massive success.
Right. I think we all knew that already.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it is actually all the way at the bottom for some reason, but they say a new Detective Pikachu is coming out on the Nintendo Switch.
Is it? Go ahead.
The release of the Pokemon Detective Pikachu movie has left fans wanting more of the famous Pokemon sleuth. Creatures Inc. has plans to create a new entry in the Detective Pikachu video games series for the Nintendo Switch. The original Detective Pikachu game for the 3DS ended on a cliffhanger, and this upcoming game will be a conclusion to that story.
Oh.
The details of the game are still a mystery, so keep checking Pokemon.com for more information.
That was going to be my question. Is it a sequel or a port? And it sounds like it's a sequel.
That makes me want to play the original.
I know.
But you got to port it because I'm not busting out my 3DS. Even though I can almost touch it,
Yeah.
I don't want to.
And even though you have the big-ass amiibo for it.
Yep. I don't want to.
Yeah.
But then they had a guy from Toho come out, which is the...
Yeah, the movie studio that.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're also the Godzilla movie studio.
Yes.
And what's that actor's name? Who's in both?
Ken Watanabe.
Yeah, he came out and he said Detective Pikachu, massive success. We're all really happy with how well it's doing. Also, if you want to see Ken Watanabe again, you could see him in Godzilla this Thursday. Thank you very much. And then he left the stage. And then the Pokemon president came out and was like, thanks for that completely unnecessary part about the Godzilla movie.
Yeah.
And he said it like half joking, but you could tell he had no idea that guy was going to say it. And then that guy is going to get fired tomorrow.
Was he a guy from the Pokemon company? Or
No, he was a guy from Toho.
Oh, so
He came out to say how good the movie
if
did.
he's from Toho, no one's going to fire him.
No, well,
Pokemon company's not
Pokemon
gonna
company
fire-
might be like, hey, man.
Yeah. Nah, Toho's like the biggest movie studio in Japan, so I don't think anything's going to happen.
Yeah, Pokemon company don't give a crap about it. Nobody will.
That's true.
You probably stabbed them in the back. But anyway, this was a long press conference. There's a lot that happened. After they talked about how well Detective Pikachu did and that there's going to be a new game on the Switch, they talked about Pokemon Home. Remember PlayStation Home?
Yes.
That has nothing to do with this.
Okay,
But this
good.
is called
Because
Pokemon
PlayStation Home was garbage.
The world of Pokemon games is more diverse than ever, with exciting titles for Nintendo 3DS, Nintendo Switch, and mobile devices. New trainers can bring all their Pokemon together with Pokemon Home, a new cloud service app that lets players continue their Pokemon adventures beyond a single platform. Pokemon Home connects with Pokemon Bank, as well as Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee, the upcoming Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield games, and the Pokemon Go, and also Pokemon Go. With Pokemon Home, trainers can manage their collection of Pokemon across many of their games. Plus, they can trade with friends with anyone around the world directly using Pokemon Home via mobile device. A potential future edition will even allow multiple players in a single location to trade all at once. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pokemon Home is expected to launch in early 2020, and iOS and Android device...
On iOS and Android devices, well as on the Nintendo Switch.
This is like the longest stroke I've had.
So it sounds like this is an upgraded version of the Pokemon Bank. It says it's going to connect with the bank, but it almost sounds like this is going to replace it because it's going to do everything the bank did, but better.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Pokemon Bank was on, the handhelds.
Yeah.
Because it was all Pokemon games were basically on handhelds. So it was to bring your Pokemon games up through all the different generations.
Yeah.
It was to keep your Pokemon up to date and a place to put your Pokemon and distribute them amongst all the different
It was just some
games.
nebulous cloud thing before the cloud was what it is today.
Yeah, but now, so Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee and Pokemon Go didn't work with the Pokemon Bank.
Correct.
I thought it was because you capture Pokemon differently.
Yeah.
And like stats and stuff work differently in Pokemon Go and Let's Go than they do in the other games. And that's why you can trade Pokemon from... You can transfer Pokemon from Go into Let's Go.
Correct.
Because Pokemon work similarly in those. But now you've got Pokemon Bank that'll let you do it between not Pokemon Bank, Pokemon Home, which will let you do it basically between all games. That doesn't mean free reign to move your Pokemon between all of the different games.
Correct.
It just means like there's a lot of one-way streets happening here. Like your DS Pokemon or 3DS Pokemon from the bank, your Pokemon from the bank can probably go into Sword and Shield.
Yeah. But your Sword and Shield Pokemon cannot go back to the 3DS.
Correct. That they're most likely not going to be able to go backwards because, I mean, they didn't develop those Pokemon into those games, you know? Same could go for Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee and Pokemon Go. Like, your Sword and Shield Pokemon probably can't go that way. They can't go backwards into those games. It's also... there's potential that your Let's Go Pokemon can't go into Pokemon Sword and Shield.
Right.
Maybe. They might be able to.
Yeah.
But
well,
there's potential that
if the Let's Go Pokemon can go to Pokemon Home, I don't see why they can't then go to Sword and Shield. If it's in the home, if it goes to the home, if it bypasses the bank, like I think that can be their way to get their Pokemon.
They should be forward compatible.
Yeah.
So you should be able to go from Let's Go or Go into Pokemon Sword and Shield. But if the Pokemon work too differently or something, like one of the issues is like how the stats work.
Yeah.
But they could also just auto-generate stats because that's
Yeah.
what they do in these with these freaking Pokemon games anyway. When you get a Pokemon, all the stuff in that Pokemon is auto-generated anyway.
Yeah.
So it's not like that makes that much of a difference.
What was the link for the chat again? Because was it Streamlabs?
Streamlabs.
Okay.
Yeah, Streamlabs has all the alerts and stuff.
Okay.
So yeah, this is good, and I'm gonna use it and stuff. Hopefully, I could bring my team from Let's Go into Go.
Yeah.
I mean into Sword and Shield. I would love to be able to bring like my Mew, stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Or even any of the first gen Pokemon that just aren't in Sword and Shield. I would like to pop them into Sword and Shield. Maybe I'll finally get a shiny and I can move that over. So that's cool. AJ says, Pokemon transfers have always only been forward compatible since Gold and Silver. Let's Go Pokemon will for sure work in Sword and Shield.
There you
go. What else? Surge says, Pokemon Switch, that'll be next week.
Yeah. We already started getting a lot of like announcements for games that they're going to show off at E3. Like not Nintendo, like the whole games industry already. So like Square Enix announced like the Marvel game Crystal Dynamics was working on is Avengers, and they'll have more to show about it at E3. Call of Duty said, hey, we got something tomorrow. Don't forget about us. And of course, we'll probably talk about today, Death Stranding's big trailer.
Yes. Did we put that in?
I just put Death Stranding's question mark.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll get to all the super chats and everything after we talk about Pokemon.
Overall, it's that time of the year where everybody's like doing the pre-E3 hype before E3 comes out. So we expect a lot of game announcements before the big show that we will be at.
Yes.
Don't forget.
Do you know what you have your like the games you need to run to?
Well, I know I definitely need to play Ultimate Alliance.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's probably going to be your main game.
Yeah, because honestly, I don't think they're going to have anything for Square Enix Avengers aside from like a trailer or whatnot.
Well, they said they're going to be at E3.
Yeah, but I don't know if that'll mean like playable.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's my whole thing.
True.
So I'm just going to focus on that. If Avengers is playable, I'll try and weasel my way into playing it. But I tried to weasel my way into playing Resident Evil 2 last year, and that didn't work. So
that's true.
Yeah,
that is true. Well, Resident Evil 2 wasn't that important for you.
It's important personally.
Yeah, personally. I mean, but like for the
channel, no.
Like waiting 3 hours to play a game.
Yeah, just to play it.
Yeah, if it's your job, then that's what you got to do. But if it's just like a passion thing, then maybe 3 hours is a long time.
Yeah, I almost did it, but then I had to run and go play Smash Brothers. So
true.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
anyway, moving on.
The next thing is Pokemon Sleep. Will.
Yeah. Explain this to me.
Oh, you betcha, Will. You got it, man.
All right.
Soon you'll be able to wake up with Pokemon every morning with Pokemon Sleep, a mobile app coming from the Pokemon Company. Pokemon Sleep brings a gameplay experience unlike any other. A new device based on the Pokemon Go Plus device uses an embedded accelerometer to track your time sleeping and sends this information to your smartphone via Bluetooth. This new device, called the Pokemon Go Plus also has the same functions as the original Pokemon Go Plus. So you can use it to play Pokemon Go during the day, as well as with Pokemon Sleep at night. Look forward to Pokemon Sleep launching for mobile devices in 2020.
So this is a game that you play when you're not awake.
Yes.
This is so weird.
Here's what happened. They had a little meeting at the Pokemon company, right? And they're like, we already got them when they're at home.
Yeah.
We already got them when they're out and about in the cars and whatnot.
Yeah.
Now we got them when they're out and about outside.
Yeah.
Because they're walking around playing Pokemon Go. Mm-hmm. How else can we get these people playing our games? When they're driving? No, too dangerous. When they're cooking? No, too dangerous. When they're asleep? That's ridiculous. Wait a second. No, it's not. You're on to something. So, another thing is that Pokemon Go got people outside and it got people walking
So
around.
now Pokemon Sleep will get people to sleep.
Yes. Well, like also they had an accelerometer for Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver.
Yeah, the pedometer.
No, the pedometer, not an accelerometer. Pedometer. So they've been thinking about health and wellness.
Well, Nintendo as a whole has been
time.
like, I forgot what the initiative was called. Remember they made the heartbeat tracker for the Wii that never came out? That was part of like this whole Nintendo initiative to like get into health and fitness. Before people like Apple were doing it.
They also talked about wanting to get into sleep.
Yeah.
Like 2 years ago, I think. Mm-hmm. But that's Nintendo.
Yeah.
So they might.
I'm sure they had
threw it over to the Pokemon company. But yeah, like the Pokemon company found a way to gamify like not fitness, but like, you know, walking.
Yeah.
You know, like moving your ass. So
wellness, basically.
Wellness, yeah. Yes. Sleep is a really big problem, especially in America. I'd imagine it's probably similar in Japan.
Well, yeah, because in Japan, it's not uncommon for businessmen to like stay up until 4 in.the.morning at work, go home, and then come back for 9 o'clock.
There's this guy, I forgot his name. He says that he's a sleep expert and that he like studies sleep and that's his whole thing. He says something like most people get like 4 or 5 hours of sleep a night. Most people, and you need 7 to 9 hours of sleep a night.
Yeah.
And if you don't get enough sleep, lack of sleep is like correlated with all these diseases like Alzheimer's and dementia, because you're deteriorating your brain while you're awake, and when you're sleeping, you're resetting your brain. So sleep's really important.
Yes.
And people don't realize that in the stupidest way possible, this is going to get people to sleep more or wake up at the right time. Mm-hmm. And I'm excited about this because I have a wacky sleep schedule. You know? So if I could gamify that as much, because Pokemon Go got me outside, like walking around, doing stupid stuff. So this will hopefully get me sleeping at normal hours. Finally, you know. So this is actually a really good idea. I don't think people realize how the impact this is going to have on people's health.
Yeah, no, people
like the wider, you know.
Yeah, because I mean, like you said, Pokemon got people out and like walking, you know, outside. You know, if Pokemon can find a way for you to do something, they're going to help you do it. And I think sleep, you know, yes, it sounds weird, but, you know, it'll definitely help people go to bed and get like into a regular sleep cycle.
Yeah, I don't think this is like Aiden in the chat says monetize sleep. Like I honestly think that they have good intentions here.
Yeah.
I honestly think they're like, how can we help people in the easiest way possible for us? Because they already have the Pokemon Go Plus.
Yeah.
They just needed to slightly modify it to track your sleep.
Right.
They're already tracking your steps, so now they're just tracking your sleep.
And, you know, tracking sleep is, like, big business right now. There's all these, like, apps and stuff. The Watch, the Apple Watch can track sleep, at least the later models can. So, you know, people have started to do it, and I think now that, you know, Nintendo and Pokemon are getting into it, it's going to open up that whole idea of, like, the science of sleep to a wider audience.
Yeah, it's something that people don't care enough about.
Yeah.
And
also, too, I'm sure it'll be much cheaper than buying an Apple Watch and, you know, expensive equipment.
I would bet a lot of money it's going to be $50.
Yeah.
I don't see it being any more or cheaper than that. It's a dumb name. Pokemon Go Plus. And it's plus, the word, and then the symbol.
Symbol plus. Yeah.
So that's dumb. Should have called it the Pokemon Go Sleep.
Yeah.
Just call it that.
The Snorlax edition.
Yeah.
There you go.
Something like that. I don't know how it's going to track your sleep or gamify. Well, I know how it's going to track it, but I don't know how it's going to, like, what sort of rewards it's going to give you. They specifically said something about giving you rewards for waking up.
Yeah.
Which, great.
Yeah.
I mean, living should be a reward for waking up, but...
No, some people living is pain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know what? This will be good for those people,
Yeah.
too. So that's how you sleep with Pokemon. And the trailer had a very poorly rendered CGI Pikachu crawling into bed next to the...
You would think they would have a little bit more money to...
The trailer looked great. All of their, like, live action trailers or, like, commercials are always awesome. And then they add, like, the worst CGI Pikachu I've ever seen. All right, where are we?
We just did Sleep and then Pokemon Masters.
It's Joe50 says, I used a Pokemon Go hack when it was popular, so I didn't need to go outside. So now I need to hack Pokemon Sleep things so that I don't need to sleep. I think a lot of people are going to just say, like, I'm going to bed now, and then take the little thing and put it on, like, a table.
I'd imagine, like, they have to, like, wear it so that you can track, like...
You put it next to you on the bed.
Put it next to you.
Well, here's the thing.
That's true, because, like, on the iPhone,
Yeah.
like, it tracks your sleep, and it just says, go to bed, and, like, you put it down, but then, like, I'm always up on my iPad, you know, tricking the damn thing. So.
Well, you put it next to you on the bed. Like, it tracks your sleep cycles. When you're in the middle of a sleep cycle, you're not moving. And supposedly, when you're when you're in between sleep cycles, that's when you move, and that's when the device is going to be like, okay, you're in the middle of your first sleep cycle, you know? So that's how it's supposed. So, like, every hour and a half, if you put this device on the table, every hour and a half you got to go over and, like, move the table.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, that's Pokemon Sleep.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that. That's not until 2020.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
So
what type of
that should be
rewards
very
I'm gonna
interesting.
get.
I am willing to check that out.
Also, I missed this. The first thing that they talked about, I lied. Maybe it was Detective Pikachu, but they also talked about how they're opening up a store, a new Pokemon Center. You know how they have Pokemon Centers all over Japan?
Yeah.
They're opening up a new Pokemon Center in Shibuya Parko, which is like some building in Shibuya.
Yeah.
But what's interesting about that they didn't say, actually they did say it, it's the same building that the Nintendo store, the Tokyo Nintendo store, is going to be in. And they're both opening up in the fall.
Okay.
And I want to go. I'm trying to plan a trip around
Right.
the opening of these stores.
Right.
Of one of the stores, just so I have something to do.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that they'll be open when the next Pokemon game comes out, because that would make a lot of sense, right?
Well, that's later this year.
That's
right?
also in the fall.
Yeah.
And we'll hopefully get a date for that next week.
Yeah.
So, bing, bang, boom, get all this done out of the way. If I go travel, 6,000 miles, 7,000,
Something like
8,000
that,
miles. But yeah, that's cool. Anyway, there's another game, Will, that they're coming out with for the iPhone or Android or whatever you got in your pocket.
Pokemon Masters.
This looks dope. This is probably the coolest game thing that they were showing. A new Pokemon mobile game called Pokemon Masters is on the way for iOS and Android devices from the Pokemon Company and DNA. Pokemon Masters lets players experience a new type of Pokemon battling on the go, and it features many famous Pokemon trainers from the long history of Pokemon games. Gameplay has been optimized for smart devices, allowing anyone to casually pick it up and play. Pokemon Masters is scheduled for launch in 2019. Fans can expect more details about this mobile game in June. Maybe next week then.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Interesting indeed.
I'm going to show a little bit of the trailer on screen because it is cool.
Yeah, so this is just basically like, a battle game.
Yeah. I was thinking like maybe it'll be kind of like a Pokemon Stadium.
Yeah.
But okay, we don't need to hear you. The promotional art, you see red. You got red. You got what's his name? Lance. You got Brock.
Yeah.
And he's shirtless in this trailer. And all these other people I don't remember because I only ever played Gen 1. But yeah, they showed a little bit of how it looks, and it looks like a straight up Pokemon game. This ain't like freaking this ain't like Pokemon Go or anything. This looks like straight up a Pokemon game. It's because the battling looks kind of turn based, or not kind of. It looks turn based,
Right?
But you see, you have like a team of 3 trainers. But here are your options on this one screenshot. This is the only screenshot of gameplay, by the way. So it looks like 3 versus 3. This particular trainer has a Pikachu, and the moves are Thunder Shock, and that's it. But there's spots for 2 more.
Right.
You can choose Thunder Shock or Potion, and then there's something in the middle, like an energy-looking thing. Oh, it's just the Thunder. Maybe it's like the card game where you need a certain amount of energy.
Right,
Because Brock and Misty both have, like Misty's got water, Brock's got rock in the middle. But yeah, each one of them have 1 move only. I'm not sure how leveling works, but it looks to me like a turn-based mobile Pokemon game.
That's cool.
Yeah, I'm down for that. And there's a lot. Here's shirtless Brock there. Oh man, look at that, he's ripped.
Rock slide. I'll show you rock slide down my abs.
I'm glad you said abs. Thought you were going somewhere else.
Nope.
All right, but that game looks sick. And that is 2019.
Oh, here we go. Something to go along with your Sword and Shield.
Yes. I mean, this is definitely a game that I'm going to play on my stupid little phone.
Yeah.
This is what I want. I just wanted original. Like, I want the original Pokemon games
want a red
to
and
just
blue.
be. I just, like, there's no reason those can't be on the phone.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Turn-based games would work so well on the phone. And this is that. It's just a freaking turn-based Pokemon game. I don't know how catching Pokemon would work. I don't think you're going to be catching Pokemon.
It probably relies on the bank. Like, you probably catch them and go, and then use them in there.
To me, it looks like the Pokemon are tied to their trainers, and this is more about the trainers than the Pokemon. That's why, because that's why Brock had the Onyx, Misty had Starmie or whatever that was. Aiden says, no doubt, Masters is a gacha game. When you have a lot of characters from different games in a single mobile game, it's a gacha. I forgot what gacha means. I'm trying to look it up now.
Okay.
Gacha games are video games that adapt and virtualize the gacha capsule toy vending machine mechanic. In the monetization of video games, it is similar to loot boxes in including players to spend money. Like Fire Emblem on the phone.
Yeah.
Echoes or whatever.
So you think
Heroes.
you have to buy the Pokemon you want.
I mean, I'm sure there'll be microtrans, not the Pokemon, the trainers with their Pokemon.
Yeah.
I don't know about. I'm sure you can get all of them without having to buy them, but you know, you have to unlock them or beat them or something, you know. Mm-hmm. But yeah, don't expect to be catching Pokemon in this.
And then shirts.
Is that the last?
That's the last thing. Concluded the press conference with one more thing. Discussed a new service in Japan called Pokemon Shirts, which creates made-to-order original clothing designs featuring the first 151 Pokemon. While wearing one of the custom designs on stage, Mr. Ishihara announced that the service will expand to more regions, including the United States and Europe.
So every single person that came out on stage was wearing one of these shirts. Mm-hmm. These shirts have been a thing.
Really?
In Japan, at least.
Oh, okay.
But they shipped worldwide, and I almost bought one. I had my credit card out and everything.
Yeah.
Because you can customize the shirts, and they're all awesome.
Right.
They're really cool. It's like $100 for a shirt.
Jeez.
But they're really nice, and they're tailored. You get them fit the size.
Or like dress shirts.
Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta see if I can pull them up on screen. They're sick. They're awesome.
Right.
But the sizing is terrible.
Well, they're probably sized for like Japanese men, and we're big ass Americans.
It's weird though. They were like, yeah, no, you're right. They're for shorter people.
Yeah.
How did you find that?
I just literally Googled Pokemon shirts and just clicked on the Nintendo Life article.
There it is. Yep, there it is. Yeah, so like all the designs are awesome. They have a design for every single one of the original 151 Pokemon. And you can choose whether or not you want it on the meat of the shirt, if you want it on the pocket, if you want it on the cuff, if you want it on the inside of the shirt. Like, it's awesome. And I had this great design that I wanted, but right before I checked out, I was looking at the sizing and measurements and stuff, and it was so bad. Like, I couldn't get one that would fit me good.
Yeah. You can get them in men's casual shirts, men's dress shirts, or men's Hawaiian shirts.
Oh God. Yeah. So there's not really much of a difference between casual and
dress. You tuck into your pants.
Oh, so it's like longer.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully now there will be better sizing now that it's officially going to be available in the US and Europe. So I will be buying one of these hopefully. That's cool. That's a cool thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm down for that.
Yes.
Or maybe when if I go to Japan, I could just try them on.
Yeah.
If they have them at the Pokemon centers, I don't even know. All right, but that's it for Pokemon news. Now we can talk to all of our super chats.
We can answer all the super chats that we've been getting.
I didn't even talk about the supporters at the top of the show. We got a lot.
Oh, we'll just do it now then. What better time than here?
Where are we? Did I stream yesterday? I did, so we can't go for yesterday. Mr. Meech, 8 months. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Majin Vegeta all day. Majin Vegeta all day.
Yeah.
Thank you for being a member here on YouTube. Ya boy Goku. Look at his. That's the same guy. That's got to be the same guy. Thank you for being a sub on Twitch. 72107. Thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. Blarbis. Thank you for the Twitch sub. Rafael Perez. Thank you for the $1. Nime San. Thank you for the $1. Majin Vegeta all day with $5. Will, your X-Men video today was badass.
Oh, thank you. I always get nervous when I do the longer videos because I always get scared off people aren't going to watch them.
I get nervous too when I see a 17-minute
I never
video on
I never
X-Men.
mean to make them long. It just happens. It's an accident. I'm sorry. I'm not perfect.
Bob, you think we will see Switch Mini this year and think PS5 end 2019 or 2020? I think that we will see a Switch iteration of some sort. I don't want to say mini.
Yeah.
But I think it'll be the new Nintendo Switch, you know?
Yeah, something like that.
A thinner one, maybe upgrade a little more. Maybe I think that the Joy-Cons will be baked in.
Yeah. I don't think PS5 is going to be this year.
I don't know. We're getting Death Stranding. I thought Death Stranding was going to be a PS5 game. So that's weird. But I don't know. I can't see us getting a PS5 this year because Sony's not going to be at E3.
Yeah.
So that wouldn't make much
just
sense.
because they're not going to be at E3 doesn't mean they couldn't announce it on their own. But
I don't think they would do that.
I don't think they're going to announce the PS5.
I think that would be a bad idea.
They've been teasing it. They've been hinting at it. They said they're working on it. They've been showing it off to people. But I don't think it's ready to show to the public just yet.
Right.
So
yeah, I don't think
next year maybe.
John's Random World with $1. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bruce Patrick with $5. Will, rank your favorite X-Men movies from worst to best.
Okay, so the worst is definitely X-Men Origins Wolverine. There's no question about that. Then X-Men Apocalypse. Then The Last Stand. Then probably the Wolverine. No, actually, flip that. The Wolverine and then The Last Stand. Then the first X-Men movie. Then X2. Then Days of Future Past. Then First Class. Then Logan.
I think I agree with that.
Yeah.
Apocalypse is a very bad movie.
Apocalypse is, pretty bad.
He also says, how do you feel the X-Men verse stands with other movie franchises like it?
It's interesting because it's one of the few movie franchises that has gone on for almost 20 years continuously. It's told the same story straight with the same cast for the most part. I mean, they got younger actors to play the past versions, but they still kept Patrick Stewart, Ian McKellen, and Hugh Jackman and all them throughout everything. It started out with all the promise in the world, and I just think as they went on, they never, they did a very poor job of keeping continuity clean. Mm-hmm. Yes, it's as confusing as the comics is, but at least in the comics, there's somebody making sure everything connects and nothing contradicts anything else, or if it does contradict, they have a reason for why it contradicts. The movies, I would say, starting with First Class, just don't care. So,
Matthew R. with $5. Bob, what direction should Nintendo go in when they create their next-gen consoles? I know it's like 5 years from now, but just curious. Love you guys. I think they should do exactly what they did with the Switch and do another portable/home console hybrid.
Yeah, Switch 2, Electric Boogaloo, more powerful processor, better screen, maybe like a wireless way to connect to a TV.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That'd be interesting.
Maybe I think the screen needs to be bigger and it needs to be 1080p, but like bigger in that like
the bezel.
Remove the bezel.
Yeah,
there's no reason to have a bezel. So that's really
also it. Bluetooth headphones.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of little things that we would want added to a new Switch iteration.
Yeah.
Also, I'm sure the Joy-Con will get an upgrade. They're not going to use the same Joy-Con by then. But anyway, Prince Altoid, thank you for the 9 months for the baby here on Twitch. Ayo Lamau, he says.
Lamau.
David Easley with $2. Gotcha is glorified gambling with waifus. It's like the little 25 cent machines. Serge Rufakos with $5. I'm new to the channel. I just want to say thanks for the awesome material. You guys rock.
Thank you.
Adrian Shafetz Broca with the tuning. Late fee. Thank you for your late fee. If you're late, you need to pay us.
Yeah.
Dillweed154 with $1. Thank you. Atomic Toaster, with $2. Thank you. Eddie Cornejo with $2. You owe me $2.
No, we don't.
You gave us $2.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Adrian with another toonie. Boys, scooch in. Bob is almost off screen. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I these are like an inch away from the. I need to move them a little bit.
Yeah, we should get like that like glow in the dark tape that like sets you to like know where the props go and stuff.
Your boy Goku gave us $2 here on YouTube and said, "I'm not Vegeta. He'll be mad if you say that."
That's true. If you were Vegeta, your name would be your boy Kakarot, because Vegeta calls him Kakarot. Yeah, I know my DBZ.
Aiden Quinn with $2. Name the Pokemon y'all will sleep with. Be honest.
I've saw somebody say Jinx before. Yeah.
Little heavy.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's that one?
I don't know.
There's that one that's like, you know what? No.
Thank you for not gonna go there.
Robin Battles. Thank you for the $5. Is Deadpool in the X-Men timeline? If so, where is it in the timeline?
See, that's another thing.
It is and it isn't.
It is and it isn't. Yeah. And that's part of the reason why I always leave out Deadpool whenever I talk about the X-Men movies, because it's such its own thing. You know, it's got a completely different Colossus. Yeah, the X-Men cameoed in Deadpool 2, but it was like one scene and it was inconsequential to everything else. You know, so really, Deadpool is in this like nebulous corner of the X-Men universe where like it's got 1 foot in and 1 foot out, which I think is in its favor, because when it eventually gets rolled into the MCU, they could just, Ryan Reynolds could just be like, oh, that was just a fever dream I had. So.
All right, well, let's move on finally to Mario Maker and all of the problems that it has.
Yes, but first, Reedith Graham with $1. Thank you.
Okay.
Literally just got that in under the gun. All right, Mario Maker 2, Electric Boogaloo.
We got. Was anything ever actually Electric Boogaloo?
Yeah, Breakin' 2, Electric Boogaloo.
What?
There was this breakdancing movie called Breakin', and then they made a sequel, Breakin' 2, Electric Boogaloo.
When was that?
This is in the 80s. I think that was Ice-T's first movie.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, check this out, Will. The first of the many bad news that we got about Mario Maker is that Super Mario Maker Wii U or 3DX courses can't be brought over to Super Mario Maker 2.
Okay.
This is according to Nintendo Everything, who says another piece of information surrounding Super Mario Maker 2 has emerged from a press event which took place last week. A Nintendo Treehouse representative, that press event was in New York, by the way.
We could have gone.
No, we couldn't have, because Nintendo hates us.
That's true. Well, they hate you.
A Nintendo... we should get you to be the ambassador. A Nintendo Treehouse representative has stated that courses created in Super Mario Maker Wii U can't be played or transferred to Super Mario Maker 2. The same goes for levels made in the 3DS version. As for why transferring isn't possible, the representative mentioned that the extensive list of new items and features was a big factor in the incompatibility.
I get this. I understand this.
I just don't care. I don't need those levels.
Like
they're on my Wii U.
Yeah. I think
let them die.
The problem is, because people have moved on from the Wii U to the 3DS. But I think, technically I don't think it would work because of all the new assets and whatnot. Also, like, not that many people played it on the Wii U compared to as many people were going to play it on the Switch. So I think a fresh start isn't a bad thing necessarily for a game like this.
There's going to be so many levels.
Yeah.
That it's going to be so inconsequential.
So many more better levels.
Yeah.
So
it's just, it wasn't really for how much of a pain in the ass it would have been to implement something to move levels over. It wouldn't have been worth it. Because, like you said, so little people had that version, especially compared to the amount of people who are going to have this version.
Yeah.
So just remake your levels. Or just let them die and make new levels. But that was only the first of a couple of problems.
Yes.
This one stings a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
This is according to Nintendo Everything Again. Also from the press event last week. Nintendo confirms that Super Mario Maker 2's stylus isn't coming to North America. Within the past few weeks, it was announced that the stylus for Super Mario Maker 2 will be offered in Europe and Japan as like a pre-order bonus.
Yeah.
In fact, this is even being extended to consumers who pick up the digital version. Nintendo hasn't shared any news for North America, and there's a reason for that. US Gamer received confirmation from the company that there aren't any plans to bring the stylus to North America. Nintendo did not provide an explanation as to why that's the case. Europe always gets different pre-order bonuses or different like collector's edition stuff than we get here.
Yeah, Japan too.
Especially with Nintendo and even Mario Maker had a different version for Europe.
I know you're not upset about this.
I mean, I want it.
Yeah.
I don't care about using a stylus for the game.
The thing is, like, there's no reason why they can't bring it to America.
Right.
There's no
excuse for this.
There's no excuse for this. I mean, yeah, it's not necessary to play the game, but it's a nice little trinket to have because gamers like trinkets.
Yeah, I like trinkets.
Yeah.
I want a trinket.
So, and I'm sure this doesn't cost a lot of money to make a stylus like this. They go for like, a 10-pack on Amazon for $2. So, like, this is something that they could have easily done. And why they do this a lot, Nintendo. Their special editions are always like Japan and Europe exclusive, and like America gets bupkis.
Yeah.
So, and I think something like this, which would be perfect for a game like Mario Maker, the fact that they're not shipping it over, it says a lot. It says like they don't care about us to an extent.
So, a lot of people think that you need a stylus to play this game,
right?
Which is stupid.
Which you don't. And I think, by not including a stylus, it shows you don't need it.
Yeah, and I think that including a stylus would make people feel like they do need it.
Right.
But this was a pre-order bonus.
Correct.
So that's a little different.
Yeah.
This is really just a collectible that I want. Mm-hmm. I saw somebody tweeted at me that this was up on some website. You could pre-order the version with the stylus plus the year of Nintendo Switch Online.
Right.
And it was only $75 and it shipped from Europe.
Interesting.
And it's region free, so you can play it on your American Switch. That's an awesome deal.
Yeah.
If you're willing to wait for it because it's got to ship from Europe.
Oh yeah.
And you're not going to get it day one.
Yeah.
So I don't want that.
Right.
But I do kind of want that.
Yeah.
Ooh, maybe though, because I'm an asshole and I'm going to get a digital version because I want to play it immediately, but then I also want a physical version just to have.
So you're still going to get the European version?
That's actually not a bad idea to get the European version, now that I think about it.
And then you have an extra year of Switch Online.
True. I'll have to think about this. Yeah. I'll have to mull this over. But yeah, no, this is dumb. I want this stylus.
Yeah.
People did say that it is difficult to control the cursor with just the controller.
Right.
because it works kind of like a mouse, which I think is a little stupid.
Oh, yeah.
But in the video that I saw where the guy said that it's difficult to use, he was trying to draw words using blocks with the controller. And it's like, of course that's not going to work. But if you're just moving like Koopas around and stuff, I'm sure it's just fine. So the stylus is cool. We're not getting it.
Yeah.
That kind of sucks a little bit. What sucks even more is all these other details about the game that are leaking via Game Explain, but told via Nintendo Everything.
Yes.
Super Mario Maker 2 details no amiibo support. I'm not going to read the title because that gives away everything.
Yeah.
Game Explain has shared a new round of details about Super Mario Maker 2 after having recently gone hands-on with the game. Guess what? At the New York press event. Here's the full roundup of information. No amiibo support, unlike the first game.
That's insane.
That is
because amiibo support was like a big part of the first game.
And this is a big question mark that I have.
Yeah.
A question mushroom, if you
know, and Nintendo's been very supportive of amiibos. All of their games still support it. And now their biggest amiibo supporting game isn't going to.
Well, when Mario Maker came out, it was like at the peak of amiibo.
Yeah.
You know? Now amiibos, I mean, they still support amiibo, and amiibo's still, a thing, but it's comparatively, it's
not as big. Yeah. But you would think they would do something.
Yeah, I mean, it was such a big part of the first game. Mm-hmm. Now it says mystery mushroom costumes are also gone as a result.
So you can't play as Mega Man or Peach or Sonic or...
This seems like another reason why they wouldn't let you transfer levels.
Yeah.
Because that's an asset that's just not there anymore. Mm-hmm. And that was such a cool part of the original Mario Maker. You can make Mega Man levels. You can make,
Playing through a Mario level as Sonic the Hedgehog would have blown my mind as a child.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
An amazing thing to have, and it's not there. So that's kind of really upsetting. You can't really theme levels the way you could have in the original Mario Maker, which is really sad because that was so cool.
Yeah.
I was hoping that we weren't seeing any of the amiibo support or the mystery mushrooms because they were going to be better in this version. Mm-hmm. But it looks like they're not there at all.
Yeah.
And I was also hoping that maybe like they just weren't in this build that they played and someone was trying to find it and it just wasn't there. But I think a representative straight up said, no, they're not in the game. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I'm still hoping that the release build has some sort of mystery mushroom, but it's not looking like that's going to happen. Almost everything is unlocked from the start, which is great.
Yeah.
Because the first Mario Maker, you had to unlock assets.
Yeah, and that sucks.
It sucked. And the way you unlocked them was you just played the game for
like a couple of hours at a time.
Yeah, it was really stupid. And you can only unlock like one asset a day.
Yeah.
And then within a week, they released an update so you can get assets quicker.
Yeah.
Because they realized that was dumb. Mm-hmm. And it honestly, I mean, I played a lot of Mario Maker, so it didn't really affect me. Mm-hmm. But it was still as stupid. You should have everything at your disposal from the start.
Yeah, because somebody like me who keeps complaining about not being able to unlock everybody in Smash right away, and who hated the fact that you had to unlock everything in Mario Maker, this will just make jumping into the creative suite much more easy and appealing to people.
Like, I get having certain assets that are like really, really, really cool. Like getting to unlock them. So you'd be like, look, I get to use this.
It's part of gamifying the game. Like, I understand it, but like they went too far with...
The problem is that you can play other people's levels who have those assets.
Yeah.
You just can't use those assets. Mm-hmm. That's dumb.
Yeah.
That's stupid. So just, if you can use the assets, just have them unlocked for everybody. There's other ways that they gamified the game, Mario, Luigi, Toad, and Toadette handle the exact same, which we saw from the trailer, so that's not really any news. Every single
every stage technically supports multiplayer.
I need to go to the hospital.
Yeah. So basically, even if the person doesn't design the stage to be multiplayer, technically you can play it with up to 4 players.
I don't know if they say it in this list, but there are tags that you can tag a level that's not yours.
Yeah.
Like you can say this level is good for multiplayer. You can tag it as a multiplayer level if you like the multiplayer.
That's good. Yeah, because if somebody made a level that's really not good for multiplayer,
there should be a tag that says not good for multiplayer or single player. Mm-hmm. You can play Super Mario Maker 2 with whatever combination of controllers you want, which is great.
That is good.
Combination of controllers is an interesting way to put that.
Well, probably like 2 split Joy-Cons, a Pro controller, something like that.
And you can also adjust the controls in the settings. So you can move the A and B buttons wherever you want.
Good.
So whatever 8-bit Duke controller you decide to use, you can move the A and B buttons around. I will definitely be using the 8-bit Duke SN30 Pro for this. When using the editor, when docked, use the control pad to quickly access any of the toolbars by pressing it in that direction. So like the weapon wheel.
Yeah.
Story mode is open-ended.
Okay.
This means it changes depending on your choices. Example, choose what part of the castle to rebuild next. So I don't think that means it's endless. I think that just means you get to choose the path that you want to take.
Yeah.
And that's the part that gamifies the game, is building the castle, not unlocking assets. And you build the castle by using certain assets at certain times. Like each little mission will be like, use this to make a level, and you do it. Little mini missions in making. You can replay stages in story mode, but can't earn a completion award more than once. Makes sense. Yeah, I don't see why that should surprise anybody. Full control over Mario while exploring the castle. That sounds like it's just freaking Mario Odyssey.
Yeah.
But, inside of Mario Maker, which is crazy. I kind of want to see some gameplay footage of that. Yamamura is back, and I saw that you.
Yeah, I forgot who that was. It's the pigeon.
Well, it's a guy.
It's a guy.
It's an actual. It's one of the the Mario game designers.
Right.
But he's in the original Mario Maker as a pigeon.
Yeah.
And he's back, and will teach you how to use tools and game theory topics.
But is Mary O back?
I don't think so. I think she's replaced with a different girl.
Oh, who?
I forgot her name. Look it up. Where am I? Wind in the Moon Desert courses vary in direction and intensity. I kind of assumed that from the trailer. It looked like a Ninja Gaiden type situation. Checkpoints apparently customizable to have different items. Ooh, that's good. So in the original Mario Maker, if you pass through a checkpoint, which checkpoints were an update that Mario Maker got.
Yes.
It wasn't an original thing. So again, we can get new assets and updates and stuff. But in the original Mario Maker, if you pass through a checkpoint, you got a 1-up. Not a 1-up. Regular mushroom. Regular mushroom power-up. So in this, you can customize it to give you different items, which is awesome. Hopefully people don't customize it to give you no power-up.
Yeah.
Did you find it?
No. I'm looking. I typed Mary. This is the Mario Wiki Super Mario Maker 2 page. So I'm just scrolling through that and I don't see.
The new cart can break apart by hitting things, and objects will pop out while it's breaking apart. So things will pop out of the trunk, but they're not items. Like they make it sound like it's items like mushrooms and stuff, but really it's like there's a baseball that fell out at one point. There's a beach pail that came out. So it's just like a little goof that shows that there's something in the trunk. But yeah, if it hits things too many times, it'll break. I think you get like 3 hits and then the whole thing falls apart.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, who is that?
I have no idea. I don't think she has a name.
Yeah, we don't even know who that is. Maybe Mario. Maybe that's casual Mario.
Maybe it's like no, because it's a completely different face. She's probably got like a Luigi or something.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
This is the last one. Meowser can have different attacks, such as being winged, flying into the background, and spit fire from a distance. I also saw one where he was kind of jumping up from the bottom of the screen like he was one of the fish. What are they called? Cheeps?
Yeah.
Like he was jumping up from the bottom and spitting fire from the bottom like he was one of them. So he's going to be much harder and much more unpredictable. So that's what we learned from the Mario Maker press event that I wasn't invited to. That was in my hometown.
I noticed you left off the multiplayer controversy.
That was not on purpose.
Okay.
I do want to talk about that. That is the biggest problem.
That is yeah.
I definitely meant to talk about that.
Okay.
So that's the biggest oopsie of this whole thing.
So basically, Too Long Didn't Read. You can't do online multiplayer with friends. You can only play online multiplayer against with random people online.
I want to see a bunch of ZRs in the chat to pay your respects to online multiplayer.
Yeah. And the reasoning they gave had something to do with the way like the leaderboard works.
So I was hoping this was just another one of those things where people at the press event were tooling around in the menus and maybe they didn't see a way to connect with friends and they were like, oh, I guess it's not in the game, and made a big deal about it. But no, a Treehouse representative said it's not in the game.
Yeah.
And the reasoning that the person gave was that they didn't want to affect the leaderboards by having people cooperatively play against each other in the competitive modes.
Okay. So, easy solution to that, have a separate mode.
Or playing with your friends doesn't affect the leaderboards.
Yeah.
That's
if
it.
the person is in your friends list, which you should know because it's your game and your system, doesn't activate the leaderboard.
I said this on my stream last night, Nintendo. If you got a problem like that ever again, just call us up.
Yeah.
1-800-Wulff Den. Just call it. Boop, 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 boop.
Yep. It only works for Nintendo. You guys can't dial it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Say that again. You don't want multiplayer to affect the leaderboard, so you're not going to put it in the game? Oh, just don't have it affect the leaderboard.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, no problem. Yeah, okay, goodbye.
It's such a...
There you go. That's it. Problem solved.
Like, I don't understand it. Like, this is such an easy fix. This is such an easy solution. There's a million ways to solve this problem.
Why the hell
All of
would
them
I
are better.
ever want to play cooperatively with random people?
Exactly.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. That sounds terrible.
Yeah.
It's bad enough that you can't do local multiplayer in this game.
No, you can't.
You can.
That's the only way you can play.
I thought you couldn't do local.
You pulled up the article, right? It'll say it in the article.
Hold on. Nintendo World Report said that during a recent press gathering, Nintendo's Treehouse representative explained that Mario Maker 2 multiplayer will not let you play player-made levels, the bulk of the game's content, with friends online. You can matchmake with other random players online, but if you want to party up and play with specific friends, you'll reportedly have to do it on the same Switch over local wireless. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
I thought there was some other thing with like the way local multiplayer worked was...
I think that we weren't sure that there was local multiplayer because it wasn't in the trailer.
Yeah.
The menu didn't show local multiplayer at all.
Okay.
Oh, no. The trailer showed that you can connect Switches together to play.
That's
locally.
what it was.
Yeah, but we weren't sure if you can
Four
do it
people on
this...
one screen.
Yeah, we weren't sure if you could do it on one screen, but it looks
sounds like you can.
You can do that.
Okay.
So that's good. We're fine with that.
We're fine with that.
The problem is online. What the hell, Nintendo?
Yeah.
This is another example of Nintendo not understanding what the hell they're doing with online.
Yeah, and this is egregious.
Yeah,
like this is very bad.
This is
the biggest game they're putting out this year, aside from Pokemon.
This is as upsetting as the Mystery Mushroom to be completely honest.
Yeah,
like I knew that there was a way Nintendo could screw this game up, even though all of it's right there. You have the game. Yeah. You made it once already, and it was perfect. And now here you go. The thing is that the first game when that came out, they supported it very well, and they had a lot of updates, which was not a normal thing for Nintendo back then. So it's possible that there will be a multiplayer update very soon after launch. It's also possible that it'll be there by the time the game comes out, and maybe the Treehouse representative just didn't know what the hell he was talking about. Because Nintendo, I mean, this was a press event, so these people were probably Treehouse people who were like trained. But when they do like E3 and stuff, they get like models. Yeah. Like the people that we talked to at E3, they didn't know anything about the games. They're like, they only knew what was in the demo. Yeah. You know? So, I'm hoping that there's something that we don't know. Yeah. Like I'm hoping that we will get an update that fixes this, because this is really upsetting. Yeah.
According to this article, too, Splatoon 2 didn't allow players to directly play with friends despite being a social team-based shooter released in 2017. It also arbitrarily assigned maps to specific time slots. So can you not play Splatoon 2 with friends?
So they're kind of wrong about that.
Okay.
You can play with friends, but you have to make a party.
Oh, okay.
That's the thing that sucks about Splatoon 2.
Yeah.
You can only do it in...
So it's like Smash Brothers.
Yes.
You have to
but
make
it's worse because there's 8 players in a Splatoon lobby. You have to make a private lobby. You can only play private matches with friends.
Right.
Know? Well, no, that's not... Oh, okay, that's what it is. You can make a private match with your friends, or you have to play ranked with a team of 4 people.
Okay.
And the only way to play ranked is to play alone online until you make the level to be ranked.
Right.
So you have to make it into ranked in order to play with friends. Mm-hmm. That's what sucks. So if you buy Splatoon 2 right now and you want to play with just me, we can only do it privately.
Okay.
Until you level up and get into ranked.
Okay.
Which I'm not even in ranked.
Yeah.
And I've had the game since it came out. And the reason why I'm not in ranked is because I only ever play private lobbies.
Right.
So, Splatoon 2 has garbage online also.
Yeah.
For those reasons. I know that Nintendo doesn't like... they're so weird. They don't like kids playing with random people because you don't know what could happen.
Yeah.
Or like kids talking to random people because you don't know what could happen. In this case, they're forcing you to play with random people, which is super bizarre.
Yeah. And also, who cares if like you and your friends mess up the leaderboards?
Well,
like, what does that have to do with anything?
Just don't let it go to the leaderboard.
But like, why is that such a big deal? If cooperative play between people who actually know each other affects the leaderboards or not?
I think it's in the competitive mode. If you cheese it and play cooperatively to get from point A to point B, that goes against what they would want for that mode. Do you know what I'm saying? Like let's say let's say the leaderboard is time based, like it's a speed run. And I could load up a map with 3 of my buddies and have them all stand there.
Okay.
While I beat the level.
All right.
And then I'm cheesing the leaderboard, for the competitive mode.
Right.
Because then we're playing competitive mode cooperatively.
Okay.
That shouldn't happen in the leaderboard. The solution is to just not have you playing with your friends affect the leaderboard. Yeah. And that's it. That's all you need. Mm-hmm. Problem solved. We don't care about the leaderboard. Yeah. I could give 2 craps about the leaderboard. Like, that's the dumbest reason to leave this out.
Yeah, absolutely. It's very disappointing. Shame on you, Nintendo.
Batmable says, I guess this is according to Splatoon, you can join a friend's lobby, but you can end up against them because the teams are random.
Okay.
It's dumb. I want to squad up with my friends.
Yeah.
In Splatoon. Why else am I buying that game? All right, so that's all the issues with Mario Maker.
Yeah.
It's a little upsetting. I was very excited when the game was first announced. I was excited when we got all that new news a couple weeks ago. Mm-hmm. I still had a lot of questions.
You're still excited for the game.
I'm still excited for the game, but this is the most disappointing chunk of news that we've gotten lately.
Yeah.
I'm upset about the mystery mushrooms. I'm more upset about the multiplayer. The game's still going to be phenomenal.
Yeah.
But this is dumb.
Yeah.
And again, they've been really good with supporting the first Mario Maker, so I'm certain that they will have an update that gives us some sort of functionality to play with friends online. Mm-hmm. Especially because of how big this game's going to be. All right, let's read some super chats or whatever.
Okay. Randall Parker with $2. OG Oreo is the best Oreo.
I disagree.
Double stuffed OG Oreo is up there. Regular Oreo is like too thin. There's not enough cream in it.
I thought that I've tried s'mores Oreos.
I saw that in the store and I thought the same thing. Like, is this new?
I gotta look it up now.
Because I almost bought it so we can eat it on the show.
Because the ones that they have now,
they look different.
They're the vanilla wafers.
Yeah.
And they've got 2 chunks of cream in them. One of them's chocolate and one of them's vanilla.
Right.
Or marshmallow or something.
quote unquote. Yeah.
So did they used to have ones that were maybe had a different cream in them?
Maybe, I don't know.
Because I could have sworn I've had this before, but they look super different.
Yeah.
I don't know, but you keep reading.
All right. Klaugon Kalavas. I know I pronounced that wrong. I'm sorry, but thank you for your $2 Russian. Izzy was on a rage because of Mario Maker 2 Online. He just tweeted out a new video, actually. The title is, "That's it, I'm done with Switch Online."
Oh, yeah, he's going to cancel subscription?
It's a bit...
I'd like to see that.
Bit extreme.
I'd like to see him
We'll
cancel
get into
subscription.
a public Twitter spat with him later.
Show me a video of you canceling your Switch Online subscription.
Yeah.
That doesn't affect Stardew Valley at all, does it?
I don't know.
Because that's his...
Oh, if it does.
His Switch is his Stardew Valley machine.
Izzy, if you're watching this, tweet a video to both of us, of you canceling your Switch Online
Because I
account.
don't believe that for a second.
Yeah. And if you do that, I will eat s'mores Oreos.
I'll eat a whole box of them in one sitting and film it and send it to you.
McFly on Switch, subscribed on Twitch, tier 1, thank you. Mr. Meach with $5. I know people like to defend Nintendo and say they do their own thing, they play by their own rules, etc. But why do they give no Fs about online? And he's got a point. People will defend Nintendo through thick and thin over everything, but it's getting to the point where their behavior towards online play and like online in general is becoming a bit inexcusable.
I defend Nintendo a lot because people hate on them for no reasons a lot of times.
Yeah.
There's a lot like when Switch Online first came out, there would be a video that comes up about the NES games. And I'm like, the NES games are fantastic. I love that we got NES games.
Yeah.
And they'll upload that video and it'll get thumbs down bombed. It'll get dislike bombed. And it's like, that's the good part of Switch Online. Why do we have to hate on that?
Yeah.
But things like this can't slide.
Yeah.
Like, this is stupid and a problem. Especially because you need to pay for the subscription to even play Mario Maker at all.
I know.
So what are we paying for?
Yeah.
I'd like to let you know the riddle of the S'mores Oreo has been solved.
Oh.
S'mores Oreo limited edition release in May of 2015, made of 2-gram flavored Oreo cookies filled with both chocolate and marshmallow flavored cream. 2-gram gram flavored. So it is that. It was that.
Well, gram flavored is different from the vanilla wafers. Because the vanilla wafers aren't graham cracker.
Well, the new ones have to be gram. No, they have to be gram.
Probably.
Because they look the same. But I'm saying that it says both chocolate and marshmallow flavored cream. So I think we just got them. I think they just re-released them.
Yeah.
I don't think they're new at all. Well, actually, wait, is this going to be a picture? Yes, this is from 2015, and these look exactly the same as the ones that we have now.
Okay. Yeah, that's the 2015 version?
Yeah.
Okay.
They look the same, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've had these before.
Yeah.
But I don't remember them having 2 different creams.
Yeah.
All right, well,
So, anyway, Thomas Nolan, thank you for the $1.
Dante Mira.
Thank you, $2. Late fee. LKM Cherokee, $5. Hey, Will, thoughts on Batman Last Night on Earth 1, Detective Comics Annual 2, Doomsday Clock 10. Also, thoughts on last week's Detective Comics 1004. Okay. Detective Comics 1004 was good. I didn't read Detective Comics Annual yet, but I'm going to. Doomsday Clock 10, I forgot that was even coming out because that thing gets delayed years on end. And Batman Last Night on Earth was really cool. It was a trip. I'm very interested to see where Snyder and Capullo take their final story. Trade weight this. Because this is a story that you're going to want to read all in one sitting. It's way too nuts to read one chapter and then wait for the next chapter. Also, it's longer than a traditional single issue because it's a Black Series comic. And those are apparently like longer than traditional comics.
Robin Bowles gave us $2 and said S'mores Oreos are a limited edition.
Yes.
Not edition.
Edition.
Yeah, they re-released them.
Yeah.
I have an egg hatching at Pokemon Go.
Oh. What is it?
Oh,
is it a Chimchar?
What I don't know the name of this freaking Pokemon. I used it in Gold. What is this? Mareep. You don't know this Pokemon?
No.
It's a Thunder Sheep.
Oh, I remember. I've heard of the Thunder Sheep.
I'm down for this.
That is awesome. Thunder Sheep.
Why do I have so much Mareep candy?
That's a good
Have
question.
I had one before?
Thunder Sheep.
Oh, I'm down for this, man. It's got Thunderbolt with 80 damage. Damn. All right. Anyway, let's plow through the rest of this news.
Yes.
Because I got a flight at 4:30 in the morning. And I have to pack.
Yeah.
And make a video before then. We're at the
question mark section.
Part where we talk about the games we've been playing.
Yeah.
Well, you've been playing the Resident Evil games on the Switch.
I have. I didn't play 0 all that much, but I played a little bit of Resident Evil 1, the remake on Switch, and I played a decent chunk of Resident Evil 4, honestly, on the Switch. So the Resident Evil remake, it definitely is like the fixed camera angle version of Resident Evil. That's hard to play now in 2019, but it's the recent, it's a port of the recent HD remaster for PS4 and Xbox One. And they added a new control scheme where wherever you point the analog stick is where your character moves.
And it gets rid of tank control.
Yeah, and you don't have to hold down the run button. You just push the analog stick all the way and he runs. Or you just, tilt it slightly to walk. It does make the game a little bit easier to control. And honestly, this is probably the best version of this style of Resident Evil. Like the classic camera angle Resident Evil.
I'd assume that 0 works the same way.
Yes, no, 0 works the same way. I know 0 has like a lot of different like gameplay mechanics though that kind of make it less good than Resident Evil Remake. But that said, Resident Evil Remake, I think it holds up, especially with the controls they added. And if you get the 2-pack with 0, it's not a bad deal. Resident Evil 4, my favorite game of all time.
Yeah, how did that hold up?
Okay, here's the thing. It is difficult to come back and play it now in 2019.
Especially after Resident Evil 2.
Especially after Resident Evil 2 Remake. It's especially after that. Here's the thing. Here's the trick I realized. On the GameCube, well, first let me back up. Every time they port Resident Evil 4 to like a different system, they work in dual analog control, kind of. So like you have to hold down left trigger to aim and right trigger to fire. And then to aim while you're holding down left trigger, you move the right analog stick.
In the ports.
In the ports of Resident Evil 4.
Okay.
Which is kind of similar to how like a modern shooter works. You aim with the right analog stick. On the GameCube, you aim with the left analog stick.
Yeah, so you can't move and walk at the same time.
Yeah, you've never been able to move and walk at the same time and move and shoot at the same time in Resident Evil 4. So what you do is you go into there is a control setup in Resident Evil 4 on the Switch, and I'm assuming it's on all the other versions. You can change it so that you aim with the left analog stick. So if you do that, and just remember that the B button is cancel for everything, because sometimes I forget. I forget that B is not an A button. And Y is your confirm button.
So you don't need to hold the trigger to shoot?
You still have to hold L to aim.
Okay.
And then you either hit R or Y to shoot.
Okay.
But as long as like you have left analog stick to aim, you're fine. Because it makes sense. You can't move while you're aiming, so you might as well turn that, because you never take your thumb off that control stick anyway. Might as well just turn it into your aiming.
So what does the right analog stick do? The camera while you're aiming, or does it just not do anything?
It won't do anything.
They should just allow you to use either one. It should just enable both of them while you're playing the game. That way, if your muscle memory goes to the right analog stick, you use that.
Right. So. But, once you get used to that, like it's still the greatest game ever made.
Because back then, that was in the middle of us figuring out first person or third person control schemes for shooters. So it made sense back then. It worked back then.
It worked back then.
Today we have a standard for third person and first person shooters. So that's why our brains can't like comprehend.
Yeah. But, like I said, Resident Evil, it does give you enough time to get yourself acclimated to this old style of playing, and it does work. You do have to, you do have to rewire your brain, but it's something that you can rewire your brain to do fairly quickly, at least before you get to the village and all the Gananos come at you. Like, that gets a little difficult. But.
You don't miss the gyro controls, Will?
Okay, and that's the other thing. A lot of people are giving this game crap because it doesn't feature the motion controls featured in the Wii version of the game. Now, the motion controls in the Wii version of the game do work incredibly well, especially for the time. They do help out a lot, and all things considered, the Wii version might be, quote unquote, might be the definitive version of the game because of that. However, the original game was designed for a traditional controller, the weird GameCube controller, but it's a traditional controller nonetheless. So the game was designed to be played with analog stick, shoulder buttons, and face buttons.
Right.
And the game works perfectly fine using that setup. So yeah, it would have been cool to have the motion controls, but they're not necessary to play and enjoy the game at all. So just because it's not in this version of the game doesn't make it a lesser version. It just means it's a different version. That's all. The worst version of this game is the iPhone version.
Well,
Obviously.
Of course it is.
Also, fun fact, the GameCube version is the only version that doesn't have a loading screen.
What, it just straight up loads?
It just goes. Every other version of Resident Evil 4 I've ever played sometimes goes to a black screen that says loading. GameCube version is the only version that doesn't
Even
do
the
that.
Switch version?
Even the Switch version.
Now, I think the Switch version is more than it is on other consoles, too, and that's why people are...
That's another thing, too. All the Resident Evil games are $10 more than they are on the other consoles.
That's
the other
the Switch
consoles,
tax.
it's $20. On the Switch, they're all $30 each. And that does suck.
Yeah.
That is a big price. Unfortunate, especially because the Revelations 1 and 2 are like $20 each.
I think that's why people are mad, is that it's the same version as the other consoles. It's just on the Switch, and it's $10
$10 more.
And they didn't add... If they added the gyro controls, people would say that that's worth the $10. But
right.
You're saying that you probably wouldn't even use those gyro controls.
You probably wouldn't, honestly. Yeah. Like I would use it like once just to see, oh, cool, they kept it in, but then go right back to playing.
I never played the Wii version. I only played the GameCube version.
The Wii version is very good, but now you can play it in the bathroom, which I did do. So this is up there with like one of the better versions.
Sardi in the chat a while ago said, "Dirty deeds, thunder sheep."
I like you.
All right, so you're saying it's good?
Yes. Definitely play it. I'm glad I have it on the Switch because now I can take Resident Evil with me wherever I go.
Well, you know what I played, Will?
You played a Team Sonic Racing.
I sure did.
How was
We
that?
streamed it on Sunday. It's actually really good. It's just Mario Kart.
Okay.
It's ripped straight from Mario Kart. The levels look like Mario Kart levels. Some of them are like, there's one where you're like bouncing on hot air balloons, which is a level from Mario Kart. You do a lot of the same things as you do in Mario Kart. All the items are straight from Mario Kart. There's something that's exactly like the bullet bill. There's something exactly like the thunder that comes down and makes everybody smaller. There's something that's exactly like the ink that comes up on screen, except it's music notes. It's identical. The only difference is that there's team elements. So you can have a team race where 2 or 3 people in a team can boost off of each other. Like if I follow your trail, I'll get like a speed boost. But a lot of times, if if you're in the lead and you have a trail that I'm following, you might have fell off a cliff, and you're conditioned to follow the trail, so that you also will fall off the cliff. So I was like, if I was in the lead, I'd be like, "Don't follow my trail! Don't follow my trail!" If I like fell off a cliff or something.
You can't switch between like the members of your team, right?
No, those are different people.
Okay.
As far as I know, I didn't play it single player. I only played it multiplayer. What else? The characters are really cool. The voice acting is awesome.
Yeah.
And every character has specific things that they say to other characters.
That's cool.
So like Tails goes, "Who's your daddy, Shadow?" Like when he does something to Shadow. Shadow says, "We all know I'm the superior racer." So that's good.
Oh, boy.
Oh, no, "Make way for the superior racer." That's what it says, which is more messed up.
Yeah.
And they all say dumb, cheesy stuff.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's a cool game. But if you want to play a racing game with your friends, just get Mario Kart. Team Sonic Racing is great if you like Sonic.
If you're sick of Mario Kart.
If you're sick of Mario Kart, you like Sonic, and you think the voice acting is fun.
Yeah.
And the music's awesome.
Yeah.
So it's a good game. I don't know if I would recommend it to everyone. Also, I think it's already like $40 on Amazon.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Have you played any of the other Sonic racing games?
No,
because
this is the first one I've ever played.
I played Sonic All-Stars Racing Transformed, the one like right before this, and I really like that game.
The gimmick in that is that you transform your cart.
Yeah, it can transform from plane to boat to car. It's not you don't have control over it depending on how the level changes. Like it'll automatically do it.
That's like Mario Kart. You get the parasail situation, but it
was still a cool gimmick. And like when it does go from road to sea, like the sea is significantly different from how it is on the road. So you do have to like change up your strategy and whatnot.
Oh, I left out that there's more team mechanics.
Yeah.
You get a boost meter, or like you don't really see the meter, but like after a while you get a boost, and the whole team gets the boost at the same time. So you can all boost at once, which is cool. And you build up the boost by like using each other's trails or sharing items. You can share. So if you get an item but you don't want to use it, you can pass it off to another character or to another racer in your team.
Yeah.
Which is helpful if like one of you is in first place and one of you is all the way in last place. You can get one of the good items that you get in last place and like fire it up to first place.
Yeah.
Another thing is in Mario Kart, you always feel like things happen that are very unfair. Like if you're in first place, you just get annihilated with all this stuff.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen as often.
Okay.
You could still get Mario Karted where like you get hit with like a million things at once, but like there's no blue shell. So if you don't get like penalized for being in first place like you do in Mario Kart. Some strategies in Mario Kart is you hang out in second place until the last minute and then you floor it to first place, which is so dumb because that's penalizing you for being a good racer.
Yeah.
So that crap doesn't happen in Sonic, and that made it more fun for me, to be completely honest. But for the most part, I think people would probably just like Mario Kart more.
Yeah.
The last thing that we need to talk about in terms of games is Death Stranding. The Death Stranding trailer came out.
Yeah. 8 minutes.
8 minutes long. I only watched it once.
Yeah, me too. I watched it like just before.
I want to watch it 1,000 more times. I'm so excited for this game, and I still don't know what's happening. Also, this is the last trailer.
They're not going to show anything else until the game.
Kojima said, here is the last trailer for Death Stranding.
The big thing about this trailer was they gave us a release date.
This is the release date trailer.
Yeah.
Usually,
the release date trailer comes out like a week before the trailer.
No. Usually, there's a release date trailer, and then there's a launch trailer. When the game comes out, there's a trailer saying like, "This is all the stuff you can do in this game." This is the first gameplay trailer. We got like a little tiny taste of gameplay before.
Like, we know that like you walk around like environments, you explore places, you could build ladders and ropes.
And we knew that there was a gun.
Yeah.
But we didn't know if you could use it.
Yeah.
Because it was in a cutscene.
So for the longest time watching this trailer, I was thinking to myself, this might not be any combat in this game.
Yeah.
But no, you can punch people with briefcases.
It looks a lot like Metal Gear.
Yeah.
Like Metal Gear Solid 5.
Undeniably.
And I'm super down for that because Metal Gear Solid 5 had amazing gameplay.
Right.
And I want more of that. One thing about Metal Gear Solid 5, that the way I played it very stealth. I tried not to kill anybody.
Right.
I only killed 2 people, and it was by accident. So you don't end up using your guns that much when you're playing it as a pacifist. You
right.
know?
Yeah.
I mean, you use your tranquilizer sometimes, but like you do a lot of hand-to-hand combat and stuff. And that's what this game looks like. It looks like the guns are either a last resort or just like not important to the gameplay.
Yeah.
What we saw was a lot of hand-to-hand combat, a lot of using your briefcase to punch people.
Yeah.
It looks like your character's a transporter and he's just transporting things. And part of the gameplay is moving large objects from point A to point B, which is super bizarre. But there's a lot of stealth. Because I'm assuming that you're not really like powerful enough to handle fights with all of these people, so you're going to want to be stealth. And it looks like the people that he was fighting were these people with giant sticks.
Yeah.
And if they hit you, you lose items.
Yeah.
So like instead of, I mean, there's probably also health, but it looks like you get penalized for how much stuff you lose.
Yeah.
Like rings, kind of like Sonic and his rings. You can pick them back up. Like the stuff that just falls out of you.
Yeah.
And he has the briefcase like that he picks up and he's using it to beat the hell out of the other guys. And we did see him shoot somebody.
Yeah.
So, and it looked like a more powerful enemy. The imagery is incredible.
Oh yeah.
And that's all thanks to Yoji Shinkawa. Like I feel like a lot of why people are interested in this game is because of Yoji Shinkawa and not Kojima. And people don't realize that.
I think Yoji Shinkawa, he definitely brings the visual aspect to it.
But that's all we have to go off of is the visual aspect.
But there's also like this mystery to it. And like, there's the visual element, but then I don't think Yoji Shinkawa like said, you know what would be really cool? You put a baby inside somebody's stomach.
Yeah, no,
that's definitely like a Kojima thing.
That's Kojima.
Kojima was the one who said, hey, what if we got like Guillermo del Toro walking around with a baby in a jar and Mads Mikkelsen like, covered in smoke and, the original Bionic Woman, Lindsay Wagner, bleeding out of her eyes.
But Shinkawa is the one who's like, with the skull imagery, with these like, with the way the ghosts look,
the weird with
the strands
robot thing
and the ink coming from their eyes, like that's Shinkawa.
Yeah.
And that's...
No, don't get me wrong. The two go hand in hand.
That's what makes this game look so cool.
Yeah. Also, the Horizon Zero Dawn engine helps.
Yes.
Yeah.
There was that time where Shinkawa and Kojima went on a little like buddy trip across America to all these different, across the world. They took all PlayStation's money and they're like, we're going all over the world and we're going to pick a game engine.
Yeah.
And the one they landed on was the Horizon Zero Dawn, the Guerrilla Games engine.
Yeah.
It looks like the Fox engine. I thought it was just going to be the Fox engine.
There is no way that Konami was going to let Kojima use the Fox engine.
I think that he just heavily modified the Guerrilla.
I'm sure he
Games
did.
engine. Yeah.
I'm sure
I think
he
this
did.
is going to feel exactly like Metal Gear Solid 5. Yeah, we still don't know what the hell this game is going to be. Like the synopsis that they give you still doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is the last trailer we're going to see.
So I tweeted today after the trailer came out, everyone was buzzing about it. But it's an important question that I feel like needed to be asked. Let me just pull up the tweet I said.
Okay, I'm going to pull up a tweet that I saw.
Okay. Here's the thing. This is all cool. This is all great. This is wonderful. The game looks awesome. I will definitely play it when it comes out. But will it be good? Seriously, it looks cool and Kojima is boss, but will the game itself actually be good? Or will it just be weird shit for the sake of weird shit? These are serious questions that we have to ask ourselves.
So I love Kojima.
Yeah.
I like all the Metal Gear games. But he has other games that he's made that aren't good.
The big ones are like Police Knots and Snatcher.
Yeah, and also the friggin' Evangelion looking game.
Oh, Zone of the Enders.
Zone of the Enders. Yeah. I was really hoping that would be great, and it's not good. It's not a good game. People like that game. It's not good. So it's entirely possible this is a bad game.
Like, I understand, like, there's a lot going on here, and I understand he's trying new things, and I want him to try new things, and I like that it's weird and different and all that, but this is a problem I have with David Lynch movies. David Lynch is a great director, but he fills his movies with so much weird, nonsensical crap that it overshadows everything else going on with the movie. You lose lose focus, you don't understand what's going on, and it takes you out of it. And if Kojima does that with gameplay, we could be in for a game that is interesting, like does a lot of cool things, but it's not fun to play, or like it's too complicated to play.
As long as it feels like Metal Gear Solid 5, I will be very happy. And it looks like it does.
I'm sure it does. I'm sure it will. I'm sure like this will feel familiar to people who have played Metal Gear games before, especially 5.
One of the coolest things about 5 was just going around the environment and just like beating up bad guys. You know? It looks like this game is going to be a lot of walking around.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that it feels like Metal Gear Solid 5 kind of walking around, where it's like fun and there's like a lot to do, and not just long stretches of you not doing anything.
Like Shadow of the Colossus.
It might end up
yeah.
being like Shadow of the Colossus, walking around doing nothing.
Yeah.
So there's room for this to be a bad game. But
yeah.
I have high expectations. I think this is going to be a great game.
Again, it could just be bad in a relative sense. Like I'm not the biggest fan of Metal Gear Solid 5. You know, I did not fall in love with that game the way I did all the other Metal Gears. And, you know, Death Stranding could be that situation. It could be, you know, like I could recognize it for the technical marvels that it is, but also recognize that the game in particular is not for me. It's not the game I was looking for.
I'd probably be into the imagery being the reward. Like if there's boring parts, I'd probably be willing to suffer through it just because I want to see what happens next.
Yeah.
Or like what else is going to happen? Like, is there going to be a whale falling out of the sky?
Yeah.
You know? But I'm hoping that I don't have to do that. I'm hoping that the gameplay just speaks for itself. And unfortunately, we don't get to see too much gameplay.
Yeah.
The tweet I wanted to read was from Nakey Jakey, who's a great YouTuber.
Yes.
He says, that Death Stranding trailer was the most Hideo Kojima thing that Hideo Kojima and Kojima Productions have ever made, and I hope the game is actually nothing like any of that, and you actually just play as naked Raiden doing naked cartwheels through Silent Hills.
That would also be fun.
Because that's also possible that we get trolled and you don't actually play as Norman Reedus.
Remember, Hideo Kojima was subverting expectations well before Rian Johnson was in Last Jedi, so...
True. And again, everybody loved Raiden except for America.
Yeah.
America did not like Raiden, and rightfully so. He sucked.
He got better.
He got better when he was a friggin' cyborg ninja and had to fight geckos with a knife in his mouth.
Knife in his mouth, missing his arms with a trench coat covering up his no arms.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was the Raiden we needed.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm excited for this game. And it comes out November 9th.
Yeah.
Which is, whoa.
Yeah.
Was not expecting this year.
Not at all.
Wasn't expecting this year
I
at all.
am cautiously optimistic.
I'm so down. This game, they could have said nothing and been like, the game's out today. No trailer or anything. I would have bought the game. I would have bought the collection.
Also, I hope this game isn't like 50 hours long. Because that's another problem I had with Metal Gear 5. It was way too long.
The problem with Metal Gear Solid 5 is that you didn't know when it ended.
Yeah.
Because it ended like 4 times.
Yeah.
And none of them were satisfying endings.
Well, you didn't know when it ended. I never got to the end because the game was just so big and packed full of stuff that like it felt impossible.
You never got
to complete.
Credits?
I mean, I got to the credits at the end of every like episode.
Oh, so you beat it. 'Cause like I have one mission left.
Yeah.
And it's a mission I already played. It's just the harder version of that mission. So it's like I beat the game.
Because like I'm up to a part where like I think I had to get a truck to a checkpoint, but there's a part where like when I get to the truck, like all the ghost characters show up, and like you can't.
All 4 of them, right?
Yeah.
I'm at the same one. Did you beat that already? Yet?
No, I can't beat it.
I'm at the harder version of that.
Okay.
And I can't beat it because I refuse to kill anybody. So I have to try not to kill the ghost people.
Like I'm hiding. I'm bringing Quiet with me so she can snipe people, and I'm sniping people from the lookout.
That's how I did it.
I brought Diamond Dog with me so he can attack the ghost, but that doesn't work. You know, one of these days I'm gonna like start that game over from the beginning. Like do Ground Zeroes.
Not worth it.
Ground Zeroes and into Phantom Pain like right away. I'm gonna play it on like super easy because I ain't got time for this crap. And just try, because I want to try. I feel like I need to at least see this through to the end.
The Metal Gear Solid 5 games, like Ground Zeroes and the actual game, are worth playing, definitely. I don't know if it's worth playing through a second time just so that you can beat that one part.
Well,
I think you should just play a couple levels so you get the hang of it and then just balls to the wall to beat that part. Yeah. There's a really cool
I don't think
part.
that part is that far into the game, though.
It's after the first episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like you're almost at the end of like, well, it's
the
weird.
thing.
Again, you don't know when the game ends.
Exactly, because like every time you do a mission, you get credits.
At a certain point, after a certain threshold. There's a main credits that happens relatively early on.
If I remember correctly, every time you start a mission in that game, you get opening credits and closing credits.
No, there's like an ending crawl that looks like you beat the game.
Oh, I didn't get that.
But it's deceptively early in the game.
I didn't get
that. And that's called the first episode.
I always got, just like the small batch of credits that always ended directed by Hideo Kojima.
Oh no. Yeah, no, this is like a whole thing that's like you beat it, but there's a lot more, and it says like there's more to this game.
Yeah.
And then it feels like there's not much more after that. And you never get satisfied with how it ends because the game just doesn't freaking end.
Yeah.
There's one part that happens after that is really cool and one of the best moments in video games that I will tell you about after because you'll probably never get to it. But anyway, I have high hopes for Death Stranding.
Yeah.
Rebecca W says, whale falling out of the sky. Ground. I wonder if it will be friends with me. Bowl of petunias. Oh no, not again. That's from that. Oh no, not again. The bowl of petunias. That's from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Oh.
Well, here's a bit of news that I want to plow through real quick because I want to end the show. Here, we're getting a wired 8BitDo SN30 Pro controller. It's available on Amazon right now already, even though I knew nothing about this, and it's only $25.
Yes, or on Amazon, save an extra 5% when you click this coupon. Right there. What? You have Amazon Business, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess
No, I got it.
Oh.
I've never seen that before.
Huh.
Oh, 5%. Oh, 5%. It's not a lot. It's like $1.
So this is a wired USB version of the SN30 Pro.
Yes.
It is compatible with the Switch version 3.0.0 or above, Windows and Raspberry Pi devices.
It's the same thing.
It's the same
SN30
thing.
Pro. The only thing that's missing is it doesn't have motion controls
Right.
because it's wired.
But it has everything else.
And it's wired.
It has rumble. It supports turbo function. It's got the home buttons and whatnot. I think this is a cool idea. I think because 8BitDo makes the best of these style controllers, and I think because you can get like a knockoff USB Super Nintendo controller from anywhere for like $10. Mm-hmm. But I think because it's 8BitDo, you're getting quality. So I think that's good. And it comes with the analog sticks and the 2 shoulder buttons. Mm-hmm. So that's all good.
All the important bits of the 8BitDo controller.
I'm a little disappointed because it's USB. And 8BitDo has been very good at making their controllers playable on the classic systems.
Oh.
So I feel like it would have been nice to have a Super Nintendo adapter. Or have this be a Super Nintendo controller with a USB adapter. I think that's a missed opportunity.
I think that's not important because they have other controllers that do that. And
this has
analog sticks.
They don't have any wired controllers that can do that.
Oh.
Well,
this has analog sticks. So why the hell would you want this on your classic console anyway?
Well, it's got all the other buttons.
Yeah, I think that's not important. I think this is cool because the original one that I like, my favorite controller for the Switch, that is $40, and not a lot of people want to spend $40 on an aftermarket controller. So for $25, this gives you the best D-pad that you can buy on the Switch or for the Switch. So I think this is awesome.
Yeah, no,
perfect for Mario Maker when that comes out.
Yeah, this is not a bad thing. It's good to have options. So
that's cool. $25, that's awesome. But here's the last bit of news that we got. Will Katana Zero, one of my favorite games of this year so far. Hey, don't update it because apparently you could destroy your save file.
That's not good.
Katana Zero developer Akisoft, which is one guy, has issued an urgent warning via social media informing Nintendo Switch players not to update to the latest version of the game as it has the ability to corrupt save data. Please don't update Katana Zero on Switch, which is interesting for the developer to say.
Yeah.
This update is not supposed to be live yet, and it will corrupt your save file. This will be fixed immediately. Microsoft further explained how updating the game would not delete existing data, but would warn players the save file was corrupted and ask them to reset it. Oh, so it doesn't actually corrupt the save file, but it'll tell you that it's corrupted.
Yeah.
Ideally, it's best not to touch the game in the meantime. Updating the game will not delete your save file. If you boot the updated version, the game will say that your save file is corrupted and ask if you want to reset it. If you don't reset it, then you'll be fine.
Okay.
And then he also says there will be a cheat code in the next patch to instantly beat the game, allowing you to recover progress if you've already reset your save. Oh, that's nice.
Oh.
I'm at the end of the game, but I think there's like an after credits section that I need to play.
So don't touch it until the new update rolls around.
I'm gonna touch it. I got things to do, places to be. You know? I think it's a great time for me to play that part. I'm gonna touch it. I'm just gonna not reset my save file.
Okay.
Does it support cloud saves?
Don't know.
Because I'll see if I can cloud save first. But I'm gonna freaking play this game. And if it tells me to reset, I'm just not gonna reset. All right, so that's news.
Yeah.
Let's read super chats real
and then
quick.
do
We got things to unbox.
All right. David Ellis with $2. Redemption 2, the best Resident Evil game on the Switch. I think he means Revelations 2, the best Resident Evil game on the Switch. That's incorrect because Resident Evil 4 is now on the Switch. I have Revelations 2 on the Xbox One. I haven't played it yet. That was a weird one because they released that one episodically.
Yeah, I remember that.
Apparently, I've heard it is good. But
isn't Leon in it?
Claire's in it. Yeah. But if I haven't gotten around to it.
Marimba Pirate, thank you for the 2 months on Twitch.
Thank you.
Bruce Patrick, thanks you for the $2. I'm concerned that Kojima and Konami need each other. Nah, definitely not.
He has a point. Listen, let me explain. Some creators work best when they're on a leash. So, comic book writer Mark Millar, some of his best work is his superhero work, like his Superman stuff, his stuff at Marvel. When he does his creator-owned things, especially like the later Kick-Ass stuff or Nemesis or things like that, he goes so off the rails, it's not good.
I could see Kojima going off the rails and like being too weird with it, getting too weird. You know, I could see that. I also think it's good that he was stuck to Metal Gear games for so long because his other stuff isn't that great.
Right.
However, I think Konami is a big reason why Metal Gear Solid 5 is as suffered. I think it's a big reason why it suffered.
It definitely is.
I think Kojima was probably asking for too much money and going over budget too much, and Konami was like, no.
Yeah.
But so like it's kind of a little bit Kojima's fault, but it's a lot Konami's fault.
Yeah.
So whether or not Konami being the overbearing like parent that it was, whether that was the reason why the old Metal Gear games were phenomenal, it could be.
Yeah.
But it's the reason why the 5 is not phenomenal.
Right.
And I think today Kojima shouldn't have Konami around.
Right.
That was a problem. It became a problem. Von Hunter, thank you for the $1. David Easley, thank you for $2. You all ever played RuneScape at all?
No.
No, never touched it. Eric Henley, $2. Tweet of the week. Tweet of the MFing week. I think he means Nakey Jakey.
Yeah.
That tweet that I read. Or yours. Could have been yours.
One of those. But we got other tweets of the weeks coming soon.
This is the unboxing, Will.
Okay.
This is from Vincero Watches.
Oh.
Which I learned from our dear mother.
Yes.
Means like we won. Vincero.
Vincero.
Which I told her in Japanese that'd be gambare or gambaru, which means I'll do my best, or yatta, which means I did it. And then she got really mad at me because that's not Italian.
Yeah.
Here it is. You know what? You open it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna man the camera like I did the other day. Also, you can do this box.
Okay. Vincero Luxury Men's Care Japanese Quartz Movement. Okay.
Ooh.
But this is a really nice box.
I'm going to take that to the wedding that I have to go to.
Nice. Oh, this is a really nice watch. It's got like a nice little leather strap right here. Blue face. It's an analog watch. Kids, that means it doesn't directly tell you the time in plain English. You have to read the hands on it, but you get used to it after a while. Also, this does not feature the ability to receive text messages or tweets directly to it. It doesn't tell you your steps, and it doesn't keep track of how many calories you've burned.
Put it on.
Okay. I'm not going to set the time yet, but...
Well.
Because, fun fact, that's how you quickly drain the battery of an analog watch, is always have it all the time. It's got a little stopper here so it doesn't do that.
I got the blue with the brown, what's that called? Band.
Yeah.
Because I thought that would go good with the blue suit.
I think it will. This leather band is so, like... not flexible. It's hard to bend.
Oh, you gotta break it in.
I know. Now it's stuck.
They also make.
Well, it looks like this.
They also make like bracelets, and I'm more of a bracelet guy.
Yeah.
So I kind of want one of those.
You should get it. This is a nice watch.
It's also not sponsored. They just said
no. I think it's got the little. Let me take this off for you.
Oh.
Pet peeve: people who leave this on their devices and whatnot. Don't do that.
I will. You leave that on and open
All
this
right.
other box that we got.
All right,
here.
let's see here.
I need like a body mic for this so I don't have to yell.
Oh, look at this. All the instructions and stuff. Thank you. Welcome to Vincero. Blah, 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 blah. Where's your
Knife is right.
All right, there. Okay.
Don't grab the blade.
This is... It doesn't say where it's from.
Name.
Carter Dotson from Texas.
One of our people.
Okay.
It's spiders.
There's a note.
Not to show it.
Super Cane Magic Zero. Hello, Bob. The internet has been destroyed. The moon is...
This isn't one of our people?
No, the moon is covered in chocolate. Worst of all, vegetables are raising up from the ground. Ready your sword and team with friends. Explore dungeons and rescue the wizards to save the world while wearing your wizard hat. Eat some Pop-Tarts while you learn new skills at Pop-Tarts Academy. Are you ready to save the world? Your switch key for Super Cane Magic Zero is below.
Read that out for everybody. Well,
I'll hold off on that.
I might have actually accidentally shown it on screen. Just scroll back if you want to.
Yeah. They actually sent you a wizard hat. There you go. A legit wizard hat. I'll put it on. So I'm the hat guy. They sent you cherry Pop-Tarts.
Yo!
I haven't had Pop-Tarts in a long time.
Let's go. Would have preferred, brown sugar.
Yeah.
But, that's fine.
And they also sent an inflatable pirate cutlass.
All right. I'm going to put this back.
Yeah. There you go. I'm not blowing this up. It's going to take forever.
I'm going to blow it up.
All right. So, I can't close your knife because it's a super... I got it. I figured it out. I'm smart, Michael. So this is all for the game Super Cane Magic Zero. It's available for Switch, Steam, and PS4. Thank you for sending us these nice things.
I'm going to eat those Pop-Tarts.
Yeah, you should.
All right, now it's time for the tweet of the week.
Tweet of the week! Tweet of the week! Tweet of the week!
There's 3 in here. One of them might not work, though.
I threw one in right before.
Yeah, this one, it was so good. This account got suspended. But let me see if I can remember what it was. So you mean to tell me a shrimp fried this rice?
That's pretty funny.
But the account got suspended.
Yeah.
All right, but the one that I had for real was this one, and it's what's his name from Doug?
Mr. Dink.
Mr. Dink, and it says it looks like an old point and click, like one of the Lucasfilms point and clicks for DOS, and it says death comes for us all, Douglas, but something much worse comes for you. For when you die, it will be very expensive.
I like that because it's the quote from the end of Ninja Turtles 1 when Splinter is about to kill Shredder. And then it subverts with
those very expensive.
Yeah, very expensive. I like that.
Oh, and that was from
That Retro.
At That Retro.
Very good.
And now this is from you.
I threw this in. So some context.
Should I just play the voice line?
Yeah. Well, you play the voice and then the picture below is the real tweet of the week.
So for Sonic Team Race or Team Sonic Racing, they did they had the voice actors answer tweets.
Yeah.
So this
is pretty funny. They had some good ones.
So this is one of them.
Yeah.
At the Hassman Wyatt asks, what is your all-time favorite memory?
Oh, I like this one. For me, probably that time we all saved the planet together. Well, the one with the bio lizard, anyway.
My favorite memory is meeting Sonic for the first time. And after that, my adventure on Cocoa Island.
My favorite memory was finally beating Sonic, even though it happens all the time. What about yours, Shadow?
My favorite memory was being...
I hate Twitter video.
You gotta roll it back.
Was being...
What about yours, Shadow?
Yeah.
My favorite memory was being...
God!
Dead.
All right.
Wow, okay, that got dark.
His favorite memory is being dead.
But then scroll down the picture.
So it's a comic and it's Shadow. So what were the bartender going? So what were the happiest moments of your life, Shadow? And then he says, being dead. Is that an actual quote from
No, I think they
Sonic X?
I think they just put that in there. But that's a good picture to send to your friends.
God.
Yeah. Good one. That tweet came from Cybird101.
I love Shadow.
Yeah. He's so emo.
He's so freaking goth, man.
Yeah.
He's the hot topic of the Sonic universe.
He really is.
All right, now is when we talk to you people.
Yes. As always, you can reach us on Twitter using the hashtag Wulff Den Live. If you'd like to comment on last week's Wulff Den Live, this is the part of the show where we will finally answer you. And of course, ladies and gentlemen watching at home, please start asking us your questions so we will get to them when we are done with everybody else.
I'm glad this is quick because I have my pass out.
Well, it's a small sword. It's barely a cutlass. It's more like a dagger. Using the hashtag Wulff Den Live, how far back are we going?
Not too far back. We got to wrap this up.
Okay.
Let's just do... Oh, there's not too many. Right. I'm not reading that one. Josh Sahara. So, in the Super Mario Maker 2 Direct, they showed off Super Famicom logo. Well, thanks to Game Explain, we know that Super Mario Kart sounds came after that and are in the game. So that explains the Super Famicom sticker in that Direct, in case you didn't know. I think he's referring to the fact that the Famicom thing that comes up is just an effect.
Okay.
So, that's that. So the Mario Kart... Oh, maybe he's saying that the Mario Kart sound is part of the effect. Like, it showed the Famicom logo because Mario Kart was on Famicom.
Yeah. Why don't I see that tweet over here?
Because you're stupid and don't use TweetDeck.
Well, TweetDeck is stupid and dumb, and it murdered my family.
But then he sent a second tweet, and you know what? We're only getting one tweet at a time.
Okay.
John, who Snorlax, says, hey guys, for Will, thoughts on AEW's first show, if you watched it, and for both of you guys, with this new inclusion of Pokemon Sleep tracker to the already existing step counter, what are your guys' next Pokemon themed tracker, and what does it do? Oh, like makeup one.
No.
So first, did you watch AEW?
I didn't watch the whole thing. I caught bits and pieces of it here and there. AEW, for those of you who don't know, is All Elite Wrestling. It's the brand new wrestling federation created by Cody Rhodes and Tony Khan, son of the man who owns the Jacksonville Jaguars. The bits and pieces I caught of it were leaps and bounds better than anything WWE has done since WrestleMania. And it's leaps and bounds better than anything WWE has done in a long time. It's very good. It's wrestling first. Even like the little things they do, like the good guys and bad guys come out from different tunnels. Like that makes
like different entrances?
Yeah, like the same ramp, but like different doorways. That makes the world of sense when you think about it, because why would people who hate each other be coming out the same entrance?
At the Pokemon press conference, everybody came out of the same Pokeball.
So I like what they're doing. I like the direction they're going. I think it could definitely be the start of some good wrestling again back on TV. And it's funny because the Monday Night Raw that came out immediately after AEW didn't have an actual wrestling match on it until almost 2 hours into the program.
How does this watch have fingerprints on it already?
I mean, it is a very shiny watch.
It's a very shiny watch.
Yeah. And then it's as for a Pokemon Sleep tracker, our version of a Pokemon tracker.
It's gonna be a rubber band
Yeah.
that you surgically put in your gut, and it ties it staples your gut.
Yeah. I think they should definitely do something to monitor what you eat, because gamers eat crap.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But you gotta put it in.
Yeah.
Gotta-
You don't have to surgically do it. You just get like a little injection needle and like stick it into your stomach.
There you go.
Like insulin.
Or how about that? It's like a that slime that you use to like plug holes in tires?
Yeah.
It's that, but for your gut, so it fills up half your
Yeah.
gut, so you always feel full. Call us,
Yeah.
Pokemon Company.
It's-
We'll figure shit out for you.
It's nanomachines that you just put into your body.
Mr. Meach says Pokemon Sleep actually excites me a bit. My sleep schedule is hella trash, and I need all the help I can get to fix it. I am right there with you. Not sure having a Pokeball in my bed will help in the lady department, however. Hey, baby, want to come back to my place and catch a Snorlax? I was saying, I was going to tweet this, but I couldn't figure out how to like format it. Like you have a girl over, you do your deed, and then afterwards you're like,
Yeah.
gonna go to bed, and then you pull out the freaking Pokemon thing and put it next to your bed, and then you open up your phone and you do whatever you gotta do on the
Yeah.
app, and then you sleep next to a Pokeball, and then this girl's like, what is that?
Did you ever see the comic that's been on the internet for years where it's like two people about to do the deed and the girl goes, do you have protection?
That's
and the guy
sex.
goes, yeah, I do, hold on. And he puts a Charizard card on the counter.
I do remember that.
That's a classic.
All right, Tommy. Hey, I apologize, this sounds creepy. Last week on Friday, I was at Home Depot on Long Island, and I could swear I saw Will, or a guy that looked exactly like him. So, Will, was it you?
No, I did not go to Home Depot this weekend.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was definitely you.
I'm more of a Lowe's guy anyway. But no, I was not at Home Depot.
Was I at Home Depot?
Were you?
Friday. No, I didn't leave my house on Friday.
Yeah.
I didn't leave my house. Chala says, fan-made trailer. Oh, this is the fan-made Sonic trailer, which is really good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Basically, long story short, somebody didn't necessarily, they took the Sonic trailer and then reanimated over Sonic with a model that looks closer to the game version. And it looks good. You can do it. So why didn't the Hollywood people who get paid a lot of money to do things like this do it?
There's too many hashtag Wulff Den lives here, so we're going to have to
Yeah.
plow through some of these. Falto says, could you guys review the Aver Meteor Live Gamer Portable 2 capture card as it is a capture card that doesn't require a computer? Maybe. I feel like it's such a niche thing that people don't really care, and the only reason why I really did the Elgato capture card, even though I'm interested in that stuff personally, is that they paid me to do it.
Yeah.
like I use their stuff, but I just don't feel like the general public is interested in gear like this, in production gear.
Anecdotally, like the first capture card we ever got was the Aver Media Live Gamer Portable 1,
which is a pretty good capture
card. It's a pretty good capture card, and I still use it just because it's easier for me to plug my systems into it and record onto an SD card and then put it on my computer.
It's awesome to not have to plug your capture card into your computer.
Yeah.
But the worst part about that is that it doesn't do 1080p 60.
Right.
It only does 1080 30.
Yeah.
And the control, the settings are real weird.
Yeah.
To do it without a computer.
Yeah.
Because you have to set it on the computer and then unplug it, and sometimes it saves, sometimes it doesn't. So you never know what quality footage you're going to get.
I don't know if the 2 or like any versions that came out after that, like
it's probably a lot better.
Yeah. So, but it is good to have if you don't want to like capture directly to your computer. You can save it to the SD card and then put it on your computer.
Right.
Especially if you have a Mac, because like streaming games and like recording capture games on a Mac is like
No, it's better. It's good for Mac if you just want to record gameplay. If you want to stream, I recommend against AverMedia stuff.
Yeah.
Because they have an app for the computer.
yeah.
But the Elgato one lets you stream from it and do like you can add stream alerts and all
Right.
this stuff. The Elgato one is better for Mac if you want to stream. If you want to record footage, they're both fun.
Yeah.
On Uncertain Sound sent us the Pokemon Guide, and it's the cloud service. It's the thing that they showed.
Yeah.
It's Pokemon Home. It's the thing that they showed during the conference.
Yeah.
And it shows arrows pointing where the Pokemon can
So
go, I
basically,
think.
everything can upload to Pokemon Home, but only Sword and Shield can download from Pokemon Home.
That's what it looks like according to the,
Yes.
with the arrows that are. So
Yeah.
they're only forwards compatible. Pokemon Go can go into Let's Go using the Pokemon Go Park.
Yeah.
So you can go from Go into Let's Go. You just
Right.
can't use Home.
Just
to
can't
do it.
go through the Home. Yeah.
Yeah. So that makes sense. Uncertain Sound, you only get one. Big Blue
I will play that later though.
says no one, not a soul on Earth, and then the Pokemon Company, and it's a video. Oh, this I've seen this. It's Iron Man, the Hulkbuster, punching Hulk, and he goes, "Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep." I'm gonna skip a couple of these.
Okay.
we gotta get going here. MNP Games 5 says, Bob, I'm in the MK Tour. Oh, the Mario Kart Tour beta, very good. Highest speed in beta is 150cc, which is fine because I'm not very good. Tracks are from most games. Racers have advantages in their level. Daisy gets more items in Daisy's castle, etc. Up to 3 at once. Gyro controls are there. Ooh. We weren't sure if they were gyro controls. Will, what do you think about Double or Nothing?
That's the AEW event. So
Oh.
it's good.
No, we already saw. I'm not reading this one. I don't know why people keep sending me this. It's like a comment on a different YouTube video. Bro Jerome says, Maker 2 question: wouldn't gamers in the same room mess up leaderboards more than online friends with no voice chat? It probably doesn't count towards leaderboards,
Yeah.
and that's it.
Yeah.
So they could have just done that. All right, last week's Wulff Den Live.
All right.
Actually, wait, Fred left a little note for us. Oh, he just said he's not going to be here. Okay, bye, Fred.
He's going to be all in on the Stanley Cup Finals.
Oh, nerd.
Yeah.
Jacob Rush says, question for Will.
That's me.
You know, I'm here too. I'm of the opinion that DC has a little better characters, but handles them rather poorly in live action. Nolan trilogy excluded, of course. And that in almost every other medium than theater, film, animation, TV shows, Marvel is the one lacking, generally speaking. Thoughts?
A lot of people, and it's not just me, a lot of people are under the impression, comics aside, DC has been great with animation and television. Marvel has been great, especially recently in the movies. And, because Marvel does have TV stuff, but a lot of it like doesn't compare to like Batman the Animated Series. They rarely have a cartoon that like matches like Batman the Animated Series and Justice League and things like that. The Netflix shows are popular and people like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but they're not as popular as like, say, the CW Arrowverse or what they're doing on DC Universe or like stuff like Lois and Clark and Smallville and shows like that. It looks like you are going ham on that right now.
I'm trying to blow it up.
So, I mean, it's a lot more, there's a lot more parity now than there used to be. DC may be good at one thing, but Marvel's just as good at something else. So the playing field is relatively level, I would say. In terms of the characters, it's just like, what you're more into overall. I'm really into Batman, so wherever he is, that's where I'll just go.
Batmable says, so Bob, what are your thoughts? What are your favorite J-pop / J-rock bands? You may become my favorite Wulff. If you mention my favorite band of all time on your answers, so think carefully. I skipped one, by the way, because I'm just trying to plow through these. I still want to make that Spotify list. That Spotify playlist somebody suggested that we do.
Oh, yeah.
My favorite J-pop / J-rock bands that I've listened to are... One of my favorites is a band called Eve. It's not really a band. It's just a guy who sings.
Yeah.
But it's really good. Another one is Polka Dot Stingray. Another one is what the hell is their name? So I guess they're not that great if I don't. Unison Square Garden is very good. And there's another one that's a very Japanese name that I forget. But those are all really good. Joel McKinney says, I loved my Wii U. You guys are monetarily biased. I am stating the obvious.
You are stating the obvious.
I don't get what monetarily biased means.
I think he means like we're biased towards whatever will make us money.
Okay. I mean, the Wii U wasn't that great.
Yeah.
It had a great game on it. Mm-hmm. But
now that great game is coming to Switch.
Nate V. Wolf says Xbox and PS partner for services for the worldwide consumer. But of those consumers that live in a rural area, how will that affect the stream when those consumers are nothing but physical games? And Bob, your video about memory card was very helpful. Thanks for your info. Also, I recommend your channel to everyone that has a Switch. Thank you.
Yeah, that's like part of my argument for why we're not ready for cloud gaming yet.
Then it doesn't benefit you.
Yeah.
It's possible that you just don't get the benefit of the partnership.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. All right, now we're in the chat, and we're going to take like 5 and then get the hell out of here.
Yeah. Start asking your questions and make them good.
We got $1 from Thomas Nolan. Thank you, Thomas.
Oh, thank you.
RM Brock Memorabilia says, did you guys already talk about the Mario Maker 2 only has randoms for multiplayer? Yeah.
Yes.
Scroll back to about like 45 minutes into the podcast. No, actually probably an hour because it took us a while to get to the meat of the topic there.
Yeah.
Hey, Wilbur.
That's me.
Spencer Bobbitt. What's a good starting point for the Spider-Man comics? I feel like you get this a lot.
I do get this a lot. I really should just do a video on this. Good thing there's a Spider-Man movie coming this year. Current stuff, the current Nick Spencer, Ryan Otley Spider-Man series is not that old. So I think it's up to like issue 20 or something, but the trades are readily available and it's a pretty good fresh start. So start there if you want. I also would recommend, because everything that Stan Lee, John Romita, and Steve Ditko did back in the 60s and 70s still counts. So yeah, check those out. Those are readily available. Now, they'll be weird to read because they're old, but check those out.
A lot of people are suggesting J-pop bands for me. You should tweet them at me because then I'll be able to check them out. CD Gamer, new types in Pokemon Sword and Shield. There's going to be a gun type.
I hope so.
I have no idea. I don't know the trends, you know? I don't know, like when the new types came to be.
You think there'll be a sword type and a shield type?
Do we get a new type every game?
How can they keep adding types?
I don't think so, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense. Legion Entertainment says in all caps, should I get the Resident Evil games? I haven't tried them yet, and I only have a Switch. Yes.
If you're okay with spending $30 a game, even though you can get them on other systems for less, yes.
And if you're okay with playing old games, because
I would say definitely Resident Evil 4. Play Resident Evil 1 first, and if you like that, then maybe do 0.
Mega Dragon says, do you two have Sonic OCs? Yes. Cage the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
You should watch my video on Sonic Forces that I made.
I used to have like when I was in like 3rd grade, a foldable Sonic OCs. One of these days I'm going to find them.
No, you didn't.
I did. Not ashamed to admit that. I'm a married man.
We got to make a video about that.
Yeah.
Here's one for you. This is the last one. Crunch Topher Koval and Will, have you binged Doom Patrol yet? It's probably one of my favorite comic book adaptations of all time.
No, and I've heard it is excellent. I'm very behind on like the DC Universe shows and stuff. But I did see the trailer for Swamp Thing, and that looks great. I'm gonna have to dive back into that and catch up on everything. So I do want to watch Doom Patrol. It looks very interesting. I did see Umbrella Academy, which is basically a unlicensed Doom Patrol knockoff, and that was good.
Here's another one for you. Guillermo Biasini says, Will, I am playing the Batman Telltale game right now. If you are into Batman, play them. It's worth it.
I played them both, and they are excellent. It's a shame that Telltale no longer exists because season 2 ends on a very depressing cliffhanger.
Hey guys, thank you for hanging out.
Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching us. And thank you for chatting with us as always. Wulff Den Live is every single Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern right here on youtube.com/WulffDen. If you can't make the show for any reason at all, we always put it up as an archive version on Thursday for you to watch on demand whenever you want. If you prefer to listen to us rather than watch us, you can do that as well. We are also an audio podcast on Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Google Play, and Stitcher. And if you listen to us on any of those platforms, please, begging you, be sure to subscribe, rate, and review us because that helps us with placement on those respective stores.
There's no streams from now until Tuesday because I'm going to be in Florida. So there's no streams tomorrow and there's no stream on Sunday. So I will see you on Tuesday for a video and a live stream. Thank you guys for hanging out. I'll see you later on Tuesday. Goodbye.
Bye.